Really? YouTube?
Always a good start.
It must be Thursday.
No, I need to change the setting.
Not suitable for children, that one.
There we go. So, yeah. Stream health.
I thought we weren't live.
Stream is healthy. Stream health is excellent.
Okay.
On YouTube.
Are we live?
We
are.
are live. We are live.
Are we live?
The intro music has just finished, and we are live. This is Fortean Words. Welcome to
Are we
Fortean
there
Words
yet?
this week with Fraser, Hobbit, and Ian.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes. Good
There's
evening.
one watching on YouTube, and that's me. I think that's good start.
Yeah, I think everyone watches on the Rumble. Rumble seems quite.
Yeah,
What we got? Let's have a look at some figures. We got the Heady Heights. We got 1 watching on Rumble and 2 watching on YouTube. Got a total of 3
someone else
For everyone
viewers.
to mosey on in.
Appointment television at its best.
So we've got more presenters than we have listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Mm.
So what's tonight's hot topic?
Magnets, how do they work?
Yeah. Fucking magnets.
No, it's not. It's not, is it? It's something else. It's the thing.
Well,
I'll ask you again. I'll ask you.
it's not
We
that
should have done
exciting.
this episode about Dusty Bin because we're on 3, 2, 1.
Are we?
We should have done a whole
Oh.
episode on those fucking awful riddles on Dusty Bin.
Which were impossible to solve.
Yeah. Have you ever heard one of the riddles on Dusty Bin of it on 3, 2, 1?
You know what? People have slowed down this gesture he's doing. He never goes like 3, 2, 1 fingers. He actually he sort of twists his hand around and then it goes 1 finger. So he's holding up 3 fingers twice. It's actually a scandal. I think it's probably the most controversial thing that happened in television in the
So
1970s.
you're saying he never did 3, 2, 1?
People have scanned it down, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, this is a thing because, you know, throughout the 70s, people were pretty good on television, and they didn't do anything
Do you
sordid
know what?
at
I
all.
don't know anything about Ted Rogers, either before or since.
But that bloke, he would flash his fingers up 3 fingers, turn his hand around, flash up 3 fingers, and then turn it around again and show 1 finger.
Was he a comedian? I think most game show
Yeah, I
hosts
think
would.
that
He was a con artist.
Yeah.
He conned people into thinking he was really showing 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Because other people were trying to recreate it, and they said, "Oh, I could never do it as fast as him." That's because he was cheating.
Because he wasn't doing it.
Do you want to know all
sacred
about
anymore.
Ted Rogers, who's a comedian? I had to tell you he's a comedian, so he must have been really funny.
Has Ted Rogers ever been to Appalachia?
I don't know, but he was best friends with a dustbin.
Oh, what? You can't be best friends with a dustbin. It's a receptacle for waste. But enough about Bonnie Blue.
Yeah. Edward George Rogers, born 20th of July 1935, died 2nd of May 2001. Oh, the 25th anniversary of his death this May. We just missed it. Was an English comedian and light entertainment host who started his career as a redcoat entertainer. So redcoats was Pontins, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought it was. Oh, what's Butlins then? Is that the brown coats?
No, Butlins, isn't it? Redcoats?
Blue.
Butlins, no?
Butlins are blue, aren't they?
I thought they were
Oh,
red.
okay. Oh, I think
Butlins.
the brown.
No, I'm wrong. I've just had
Yeah,
a
the
look.
Butlins.
Butlins are red.
think-
What was it? Pontins were blue coats.
Yeah, Bondins were blue, Butlins were red, and Maplins was yellow.
Yellow coats.
Maplin.
And I think Centre Parks were the brown shirts.
Do you remember Heidi? I don't suppose either of you remember Heidi High, do you?
I remember
I
it.
did see Heidi High.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that.
The lady from it was in.
Maplins was the fictional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you
Written by
mean?
the same people who wrote
Maplin
Dad's
was an
Army.
electronics store that was like.
Yeah, I was going to say
overpriced,
Maplin
like-
was a real
Well,
thing. You
do
could
you
buy.
know this? The people that started Maplins were huge fans of Heidi High. That's why they called it Maplins.
Is that
make
like
That's a fact.
JD?
No, I did not know
That's a
that.
cast
It's like-
iron. That's a cast iron copper bottomed fact. That
It
is.
sounds like.
Is
it
that
sounds
like the guy
sounds
that
like-
owns Weatherspoons being a fan of Dukes of Hazzard and
Yeah.
JD Weatherspoon's a character in that?
No, it was a teacher. one of Tim Martin's teachers said that he will never make anything
Oh,
of
look at
himself.
look at
And that was
Snopes
Mr.
over.
Weatherspoon.
Look at Snopes over here. We're making up facts, and old Snopes has to correct us.
Snopes.
What did
Ian
he say?
Snopely. That's what we could call him from now. Ian Snopely. There we go.
Yeah, Snopes. Oh, I see you having fun. I'm just going to
Hello.
spoil all your fun.
Well, what's BBC Verify got to say about? In fact, you know what? I'm going to go on
But,
BBC
well, we've just
Verify
heard
right
from
now.
BBC Verify, haven't we?
I'm going to go on the BBC Verify latest news and updates.
Gladys
Oh.
Pugh was gagging for it, though, wasn't she?
How about this thing? Rogers became the presenter of ITV's variety game show 321 in 1978. It ran for over 10 years in a top-rating Saturday night slot. He earned 130 grand a year in the early 80s from 321 alone.
Jesus, that's a lot.
Presenting that shit.
In the early 80s, 130 grand. Holy
Yeah.
shit, that's mega bucks.
Yeah.
That is literal like millions today, alright?
I preferred Bullseye.
321 was cancelled in December 1980. That's because you couldn't get the riddles in. That's why.
Yeah. I don't think anyone could get the riddle. Not even the people who wrote the riddles got the riddle.
Did you ever watch Fort Boyard? I mean, it didn't matter if it was English or French or what have you. Like that, I couldn't understand any of the riddles they were on about with that.
I was with Dirty Den.
Has anybody? This sounds really bad. There's a BBC comedy panel show that was called Gag Tag. That sounds like something they get up to in their spare time. That does.
Gag tag. Tag, you're it.
Yeah, sounds. Talking of which, how do you make a hormone?
Yeah. You don't
Oh.
pay her, Ian.
You don't pay her. Yeah.
But
Kick her in the-
I'm going
yeah.
to say that now, whilst you're not going to be sued by trading standards for failure to pay for services rendered, it's genuinely like I would say you shouldn't do that. I mean, it could result, especially if you're of the female persuasion, where the person rendering services to you gives you a kick in the front bottom.
You
Or
can
their
leg it though.
pimples.
I'd like to
Leg
say
it before pay.
I've got to like to say that Ted Rogers wasn't bitter about losing 321 because he said 321 was cancelled in December 1987 when it was still attracting audiences of 12 million and in the top 20 ratings. Initially, the plan was the flow to carry on with Christmas and one-off specials. There's an Olympic special shown in September 1988 and Christmas special that year, which was the final ever episode. In April 1996, Rogers told the Sunday Mirror that the Uxbridge lot got control of TV and they didn't really want the show. It was too down market for them. We were still getting 12 million viewers when they took over it after 10 years, don't you know? These days, if a show gets 9 million, everyone does a lap of honour, but we got 12 million, yeah.
That's because there was nothing else on. There
It
was
may
no
have
other
sounded
channels.
something like that.
There was no other channels apart from BBC Two, which had opera
Yeah.
on all the time. That's
Yeah.
why you got 12 million views.
Oh
There was
god,
no
yeah.
info.
you know-
Holy shit,
remember
imagine
the dark
this.
days
You're
for
earning
BBC Two?
You're
Oh.
earning 130 grand a year. So in 1989, two years after it stopped, Rogers appeared on the ITV game show You Bet in the early 90s. Rogers fell on hard
Oh, I
times
remember that.
and was declared bankrupt in February 92, having
How?
apparently invested his fortune in a failed business venture, Wyvern Rogers Television. His home at Little Chalfont, Buckinghamshire, was repossessed, and Rogers' production company collapsed with debts of 50 grand. He was earning a fucking 130. Why weren't he putting some of that away?
Yeah.
Why put it away when you
Well,
can spend
Spunk
it?
Yeah.
it all. Spunk
Yeah,
it all.
it all.
when hookers and cocaine are
Yeah,
cheap.
on hormones you spent it.
I remember hearing from this trucker who says, I invest all my money into whores and booze. The rest I just waste.
What's up, shitters? Do why the seahorse emoji Mandela effect spazzes out large language models. That's from Dom.
Can you say that in English, please?
That
was
sounded
what-
like a 3-2-1 riddle.
Yeah,
Say it again. Let's work it out. Maybe it's
Dom's
the,
been
maybe
well, Dom's been on a 3-2-1 binge marathon, so he only
Say
talks
that-
in 3-2-1 riddles now.
say that riddle again. 'Cause maybe it's the
Oh.
mini metro.
Oh,
Maybe
shall I
it's
do
a
it,
mini
do it in
metro.
the shall I do it in the? I think I can do the Ted Rogers style. What's up, shitters? Do why the seahorse emoji Mandela effect spazzes out large language models.
there's a seahorse emoji, Mandela.
Now, which object are you going to pick? Are you going to pick the brick, the chewed up, the slipper that the dog's chewed up, or a garden fork.
Oh, the garden fork could come in useful.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
I haven't
see,
actually thought of any 3, 2, 1 riddles. So if any of you want to come up,
Yeah,
with
I would go for the garden fork, hoping it's something, maybe a lawnmower or something like that is the prize. But it's not going to be. It's going to be a washing machine or something like that.
Well, at least with the fork.
Well, garden fork sounds a bit like fork off, which means you've won nothing, but you still get your dusty bin fluffy.
Oh, it sounds like fork off. And if you tell someone to fork off, you're going to get blood on your clothes. And if you get blood on your clothes, you're going to wash them. And we have the hot point washing machine and tumble dryer. That's how it works. And the contestants have no chance.
Someone needs to bring that up. I bring that back. I'd like to see Alan Carr doing it.
Alan Carr.
Oh, I had a quick follow-on though. A quick follow-on from the hormone thing. A woman walks into a bar and asks for a double entendre.
Yeah.
So the barman gave her one.
Hey.
Indeed.
Okay. There we go. That's all right then. Carry on then. 3, 2, 1, whatever.
I don't know. It's like we're talking about 3, 2, 1 now.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, go on. 3, 2, 1. Let's go back
3,
to
2,
that.
1. And you're back in the room.
Do you think 321 did any riddles about Appalachia? Like how to spell it?
Yeah.
How do you spell Appalachia?
It's like banana. I just never know when to stop.
The word I struggle to spell, and it looks deceptively simple, is parallel. Where do the R's and the L's go? No idea.
What? That's easy.
Well, you say it's easy. It's not for me.
As we famously know, a parallel line is one that gets closer together as it gets further apart.
It's RR and then LL at the end.
Well, I'll remember that next time I need to spell it. I'll forget it.
Oh,
Do you remember that gag of what's his name? Lee. Oh, I can't remember his name.
Evans.
Weren't Lee
Sweating
Evans.
and running about the stage. Oh, right.
It was
Lee
the guy who
Hurst.
used to be on that sitcom with Jeremy Fine's brother.
Lee Hurst.
It's not. I don't think it's Lee, is it? Oh, I'm blanking. He said
God,
he used
it's like
to
the
do a
fucking Alzheimer's
joke about one
convention
from.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
He used to
Alright,
do a
Grant,
gag
stop
about.
fighting. Stop
What was the
sucking on your
question
toes,
again,
Grandad.
Dave?
Yeah.
Wait, you need me to remember it is.
Remember.
What is it not going out? I think it's not going out.
Remember,
Right.
you're a womble.
Yeah, Lee Mack, isn't it? Lee Mack.
Lee Mack, that's it.
Yeah.
So Lee Mack did this gag. It was
If I didn't
It was
have-
one from school. It was possesses 5 S's, and he was like, "That's rubbish. You can literally say anything. Possesses 4 S's." That's that. Shall we talk about Appalachia now?
So Appalachia, what's it all about? Why is it called Appalachia? Does anybody know?
Because it's named after the Appalachian mountain range.
Yeah, but why is it called the Appalachian Mountain Range?
Isn't it a Native
Because it's
American?
in Appalachia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Circular logic of it.
Yeah.
Well,
It is.
well, why do they choose this name? Surely there must be a reason for why that name Appalachia exists. Why don't they just call it like
If
the
I'd watched Wayne's World recently, I'd do the Alice Cooper gag about Millie Walker. Do you remember that?
Well, the thing is,
Remember
why
him
don't they
talking
just?
about Millie Walker?
You know how America they just put the word "new" and then they take some place in England.
Yeah.
Why don't they just call it the New Pennines or something?
Yeah, the new pen.
They probably have got that over there. They've got new everything.
I think it's
Let me
from the
see.
Native Americans, actually. I think that's Appalachian. the Native
Well,
American.
then they're wrong because the Native Americans they can't consistently pronounce Kansas. Is it Kansas or Kansas? Nobody
Sounds
knows.
Arkansas. It's
Sounds a bit like
Or is it Arkansas?
Arkansas.
Sounds a bit like Apache, doesn't it? This, so that could be why we're thinking like that. There's probably
Oh,
got
you'll
nothing
be
to do with
happy
it.
to know the Pennines exist in Circle Brentwood, which is in TN, USA.
Brentwood's down
Brentwood,
by
see?
Essex.
Exactly. It's in the USA
Well,
as well.
There's a
Right, do you really
Brentwood
want to
in
know, Hobbit?
Tennessee.
The name Appalachia is derived from the Appalachia, a Native American tribe that inhabited the Florida Panhandle at the time of the European contact.
Panhandle.
the
Well,
Panhandle.
what's Florida got to do with the Appalachian region then? Because
Spanish-
that's not.
Spanish explorers, including Panfilo de Narvaez in 1528 and Hernando de Soto in that went a bit Japanese. I'm not gonna lie.
They
In
do it Spanish,
1540, transcribed the tribe's name as Appalachian or Appalachia. So
Your
early
dog thinks it's a load of bollocks.
yeah, the dog don't like it. He don't like Appalachia.
But panhandle is also slang for an erection, isn't it? like baby's arm. Yeah, anyway, carry on.
While the exact original meaning of the indigenous word is debated, potential translations, so somebody made these up. It could be those by the sea, they made up people on the other side, or the other side of the river. Some linguistic theories also suggest connections to Creek or Panoan roots, although the direct link to the Appalachia tribe remains the most widely accepted etymology.
The people that never existed, or did they? Dun, dun, dun.
Very strange.
Oh.
All right, then tell us then about the strange goings on in these in this area, which is what it's about, isn't it? But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what have we got then? Let's kick off with some. Isn't there Mothman activity there? Or what am I thinking?
No,
of?
that was Montana.
No. Well, no, Ian is correct. There is Mothman, actually. There is, because the Appalachian mountain ranges obviously stretch from northern Louisiana. Is it Louisiana? All the way to Canada, actually.
If I know.
Yeah. So it's a long mountain range, and obviously the Appalachian trails are... Well, the Appalachian Trail is a long... You can actually walk it from, like, northern Louisiana to...
How long is it, though?
You could go there right now, but I
thousands
suggest
of
you
miles.
don't.
Well,
Well,
it's going to
yeah.
be a long walk, isn't it?
It's going to be a long walk, and there's like a 9% chance you're either going to die or...
And your feet are going to hurt.
disappear.
There's probably some idiot that's done it, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, there are plenty of
Ian
people who've done
Botham,
it.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
plenty of people.
leukemia.
Oh, sorry, no, the Mothman is there because it's Point Pleasant
Yeah.
in West Virginia, which is part of it.
Is it really? Oh, right. It's not
Yep.
bad.
West Virginia.
Tennessee, Appalachia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there for my tea.
Well,
Country
Well,
road, take me home
all right.
to the place I belong.
Well, I posted
West
that thing.
Virginia or
I think
Matiwana.
you may have mispronounced that one a bit.
Send them home. Borders
West-
closed.
Or the West Wing, if you prefer. No, I did
Oh,
post
sorry,
that
what
thing.
was
I did
the
post
question
that thing
again?
in Discord, though. Hang on, I posted that thing in Discord. The 20 stories from the Appalachian Mountains. If you want to go through that.
But Ian, before we go into the stories, we need to learn the rules of Appalachia. Because if you
All right,
go
then
to
let's
this
do it.
place,
Don't feed them after midnight.
Yeah.
Don't get them wet.
basically,
Are
you
these
see
the
the
rules?
Gremlins film. If you've seen the Gremlins film, you'll be all right.
Yeah, don't get them wet. Don't feed them after midnight. Don't put them in sunlight. Don't.
I saw gremlins. I did see gremlins in the
I'll
cinema.
put the lyrics
which
in
don't-
for you, I bet.
So Appalachia is a large region in the United States on the eastern seaboard, stretching all the way up to Canada. It has numerous amounts of weird, wonderful, missing people, cryptids, ghost stories, ghost towns, everything. It is quite literally a cursed place.
Mysterious disappearances.
It's also pretty rough, weren't it? I think.
Yeah.
I think it's very famous for during. Were you going to talk about bootlegging during the?
No, I wasn't actually.
Oh, apparently during bootlegging, it was very famous for the amount of dead FBI agents that were pulled out of there.
How unfortunate.
I thought bootlegging was when he recorded a concert on a cassette.
During Prohibition, you could find more dead FBI agents in Appalachia than you could booze. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So it's a vast place with many Native American, Scots-Irish folklore, like
Naked
all piled on top
American.
of them. Yeah.
Naked Americans.
Naked Americans.
Hobbit, is this
Yeah.
true? Hobbit can't say a lot of things. He's a government stooge, just like English Richard Doty.
It's Richard Doty then.
I
Don't
don't
blame
know
him,
who
he's
Richard
foreign.
Doty is. I don't know who he is. Fun fact. A Hobbit can't say aluminium. He says aluminium.
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 Well,
Apparently.
it's aluminium.
Aluminium.
Say it again.
Aluminium.
You do say aluminium.
Yeah, you do.
What?
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Aluminum.
Aluminum. Aluminum. It's aluminium. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Aluminium.
Is that the third type of aluminium? Is that you
Yeah.
get aluminium, aluminum, and aluminium?
Well, it's liminal alum.
I still, Dom, you're gonna have to tell us who Richard Doty is because I don't think anyone knows who he is.
Anyway, well, so let's continue while Dom tells us the
Never
story.
heard of it. Go on.
Right, so Appalachia, there
Oh
are.
my God, I can't even pronounce that. Richard L. Doty is Professor of Psychology and Otolaryngology. Whatever the fuck that
Easy
is.
for you to say.
Yeah.
That's airplane, that is. Stop stealing material.
Hobbit, you're good at pronouncing things. You pronounce that. I'll just put it in the Wikipedia. Read Otorhinolaryngology. What? I don't know.
It's Professor of Psychology in I know. It's otorhinolaryngology. Yeah, it's got the word rhino in it. And you've got...
So he's a head and neck doctor. That's literally all I needed to say about him. He was a head and neck doctor.
Aren't they all?
Well, no, some doctors are proctology.
Some people do knees.
Some are gynecologists.
Yeah, so
Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
do you know the difference between a gynecologist and a genealogist?
I don't know, but
One
gynecologists...
one looks up your family tree, the other one looks up your family bush.
Boom, boom. God.
Granddad,
Don't knock gynecologists. They do a great job. So a big thumbs up to them.
Are you about to tell me the proctology and the gynecologist exam, you know, the proctologist got the shitty end of the stick?
Can you imagine being in like year 9 of school or something and being like, what do you want to be when you're older? And it's like, I want to be a gynecologist. Do your teacher?
Yeah,
I actually...
Hobbit did that.
I knew this guy at school. I said, what do you want to do with you? I was like, I want to be a gynecologist. And I said, you sure? He says, yeah, you get paid to look at women's minges. And it's like, yeah, but you get to look at diseased women's
minges. They're literally
minges.
the worst minges you've ever seen in your life.
You get to finger women all day.
I wonder what percentage of gynecologists turn gay.
Well, his dad did work at the UN, so, you know, I don't think that boy ain't right.
Yeah.
Well, no, you would be non-sexual, wouldn't you? Because you wouldn't turn gay, because that wouldn't be a very pleasant sight either. Yeah.
You know, the more I think about it, the less pleasant this thought is. So,
Stop thinking about it then.
Yeah, probably for the best.
On cursory thought, it sounds like a good idea, but when you think about it, you're like, nah, maybe not.
Yeah, you might see a bit of blue waffle.
Oh. Anyway, right, so let's get back to the topic, guys.
Blue waffle?
Yeah.
What we're talking about now.
Blue waffle, bluer than my heart.
A bit of brewery and a bit of waffle never hurt anyone. Anyway, the rules of the Appalachian folklore. So this is obviously like hundreds of years worth of folklore that's been orally. These are unwritten rules. These are
orally
traditions. Yes, oral traditions from the area.
Yeah.
They're not written down specifically because I don't know. They're just been passed on from generation to generation, and because Appalachia is a vast wilderness of woodland, marshes, mountain ranges, and lakes as well. Yeah, there's and so I guess it came about from just survivalist kind of common sense things, but then. Appalachia is also home to some of the most weird, and this is documented in video and audio as well. It's not just a campfire story kind of thing. There are documented evidence of these things occurring in this place.
The documents.
Yeah. So, right, so we'll go with the rules then. So, there are 14 unwritten warnings from the
feed 'em after
Appalachian
midnight.
Mountains.
Don't
Yeah.
feed inbreds after midnight. That's the first one.
Right. So, the rules of Appalachia are a written code of survival and respect passed down to generations of mountain communities across one of the oldest, most serious regions in North America. They aren't posted on trailheads.
It's number one, don't laugh.
Yeah. Well, no ranger will hand you a pamphlet, and you'll learn them from your grandmother, from a neighbour who grew up on the in the hollows, or someone who broke one and came back changed, or believing the bizarre. We researched all 14 of these rules and strange layered history behind each one. Quick answer: the rules of Appalachia are 14 unwritten guidelines passed down through generations. And communities most critical leave immediately.
This sounds one of those YouTube videos. I worked on an oil rig, and these are the rules.
Yeah. So, okay. So, what is Appalachia, and why does it produce so much folklore? Appalachia is a cultural and geographic region centered on the Appalachian mountain range, covering 423 counties across 13 U.S. states and extending into Atlantic Canada. With West Virginia as the only state lying entirely within its boundaries.
How do they work out that that's what Appalachia is?
Well, it's a mountain range.
They could have broke it up a bit. Oh, okay.
No. The states within the boundary include Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, Maryland, Mississippi, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia, along with portions of Quebec, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. It's wider area.
Don't the locals actually pronounce that in a weird name? They call it Newfoundland or something like that.
Nova Scotia, you say.
New Brunswick.
Yeah.
Nova
Age
Scotia,
of these mountains is central to everything that follows. Nearly 500 million years old, the Appalachians. Yeah.
Well, Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
That's where Oak Island is as well, remember? So that's included. Yeah.
Ooh, spooky. Oak Island's spooky.
It's not, there's fuck all there. But it's just got.
Oak Island is spooky for the purposes of this episode, Ian.
A load of nothing got out of hand. That's what Oak Island is.
It's the mystery of how does this place, like, the hole keep filling up?
No, that's just basic. Whatever. If you dig down.
Why does that hole exist, Ian? It's like, this will be a laugh. Let's just dig a big hole here.
Yeah, and that is right. If you look into the history of Oak Island,
how did the wood get there, then, Ian?
Well, you got to wood. You will come across wood if you keep digging.
Oh, Interdimensional Lizard says, but Ian, they found a nail buried on Oak Island.
All right, I take it all back. There must be treasure there, then.
Yeah.
There must be millions
Egg
of
is on your face, Ian.
Yeah.
Your face, well and truly egged.
Full of egg. Full of egg.
I feel like an Arsenal supporter now.
Your pie is humble. Your face is egged. Ian,
BTFO. Feels like whoever paid for Argentina to win the World Cup.
I'm eating my words.
Right now.
Isn't it strange when Spain won the World Cup and then to celebrate they had all these fireworks going off in the colours of Argentina?
I find it more strange that the ref had the kind of look on his face where he's going to go home and find all of his family dead. That was the kind of look that the ref had on his face afterwards. And I don't think if you've refed a good game, you've done it nice and clean, I don't think you should be worried about your performance.
Yeah, refs generally shouldn't look like they're in a world of shit.
Yeah. Especially when you've done a good job. Well, to be fair, he didn't.
Very strange.
To be fair, he didn't even do a good job, did he? So
Well, I think he's going to be like Keir Starmer. He says, you know what? I've left this match in a better state than when it started.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Has anybody seen one more thing? Sorry, Fraser. One more thing. Has anyone seen the weird Keir Starmer video where he's put his face? It's the end of Fast and Furious 8 where Dom's talking to Paul Walker. You know, the one after he died.
Yeah.
And then he's put his face on the front of Vin Diesel's, and he's put a picture of number 10's door over the face of Paul Walker. for some reason. And it's Keir Starmer's face going, I live my life quarter mile at a time. It's the most bizarre thing I have ever seen.
During his premiership, has Sir Keir Starmer, ever been to Appalachia?
No, and that's
He was born there. He was moulded by it. He was born
That is spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not exactly
It's
like
almost
the
like he
Wailing
was
Wall.
subconsciously warned not to go there.
Okay.
Do you think MI5 said don't go there, Keir?
Yeah.
He's like, brr, sausages.
Right, so we'll get down. Should we get down to the rules then? Should we
Go on then.
skip the
Yes.
foreplay?
Yeah.
Before we get
Rule 1, no
tangent to death?
pufters.
Yeah. The 14 rules of Appalachia are. Dun dun dun. Right. Okay. Rule 1: auditory anomaly. If the woods go silent, leave immediately.
Oh.
Sudden campsite silence tells you to leave. The Appalachian wilderness is normally layered with sounds of insects, frogs, birds, wind through leaves, and squirrels moving through canopy. When all of it stops at once, the human body registers the wrongness before the mind does. Heart rate rises, the hair on the back of the neck stands up. People who have experienced it describe the sensation as oppressive rather than peaceful.
Ooh.
A void where there shouldn't sound should be. A large predator moving through an area can cause the same response in the local wildlife. Animals know before you do.
Or a Bigfoot.
And their science is an alarm system that applies equally whether the threat has pause or doesn't. It fit any known category. The rational response is identical either way. Stop pushing deeper and leave. Accounts from people who ignore this rule share consistent
They should say,
features.
make like a tree and leave.
Yeah.
That's what they should say.
Make it like a
That would be
banana
funny.
and split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
the
you
Be
do.
account-
like
So-
a Keir Starmer and be a shit PM.
So, the accounts of these people who ignore these rules all contain these features. Something followed them for miles after
Oh, I
they
thought,
stayed
sorry, I
in place.
thought one more Fraser. Be like James O'Brien and Brexit.
Ugh.
But he's
Kill
moved
me
on
now.
now. It's Farage is his latest thing, isn't it? He's obsessed with
It's all about
Farage.
Farage now. It's Brexit.
Yeah,
done
it's
with
just
now.
Farage. Yeah, he's given up
What?
on Brexit. He's,
We can't barrage the Farage.
yeah, he doesn't like Farage. So the
What if
question
I
now
don't
is,
like barrage?
you don't like him? I don't think he's funny. You don't like Farage?
I mean, probably. I tell you what, I reckon if I was in a pub and Farage was there, I'd be like, oh, that guy's a blur.
You're not a snowflake, are you, Hobbit?
I am, and my pronouns are attack and helicopter.
Yeah.
And you've got blue hair.
Yes. I unfortunately did have a goth face and I did have blue hair when I
Yeah.
was 19. Yeah,
Were you
I
a
used to
feminist,
listen.
Hobbit?
Not only did I used to listen to Dead Can Dance, but I found out they released a new album this year, so I do still listen to Dead Can Dance.
Hobbit, that's very niche because I don't know who you're talking about.
They're a
don't
goth
either.
band.
What about Bauhaus?
Don't people,
Were they a
don't
goth?
people listen to the Sisters of Mercy anymore?
Yeah, and The Cure.
I like. Oh, The Cure's good, yeah, but they
Yeah.
haven't released any new albums in the past 40
It's
years.
still
Did
true
you
of
know
them.
the Sisters of Mercy? Do you remember the Temple of Love by the Sisters of Mercy they did with
Yeah.
Opera Hazard? Apparently, the whole point of making that record was because the lead singer wanted to have it off with Opera Hazard.
With his sister.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bauhaus. There's another one. They're good.
Bauhaus in the middle of our street.
Wow.
I know Bauhaus is a kind of German architecture, isn't it? That's the sort of. Is that right?
And fonts? Isn't
Is
there
it?
a Bauhaus font?
I don't know. It's kind of.
Can the Thompson twins be goth?
I don't think so.
We are
Yet
detectives.
for some reason, Depeche Mode, who I saw them at the Radio 1 Roadshow in 1982.
Oh, was that Gary
They-
Davis? Was it Gary Davis?
No, Simon Bates.
Oh.
I threw up as well.
Did he do
but,
our tune?
I don't know. I threw up and had to go home. But I did.
Tell you
see-
who is goth?
You got so
Bananarama.
excited you were sick, Ian.
No, I woke up just with bad guts. I thought I shouldn't really go to this, but it is the
But you
Radio
really
1
wanted to meet
Roadshow.
Simon Bates.
Well, I just thought I'd better go because nothing exciting ever happened when they were away. And when the Radio 1 Roadshow arrived, we thought, well, this is it. So Depeche Mode were performing, and they sort of were like a teeny band, and then over time
Oh,
they became
that would have been like Just Can't Get Enough when that was like
yeah. Then they
Vince
became
Clarke.
like
That was when Vince Clarke from Erasure was in it, wasn't it?
as the
So anyway,
decade
what are
grew
these
on.
rules like about when it goes
Yeah,
silent
let's
and
talk about
goths
these
and all
rules
that?
instead.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
sorry.
Shit.
Don't
Yeah.
feed
there's,
Appalachians after midnight. We know that one.
So okay, so as I was saying, there's certain things that happen.
Are you
After
eating in
silence
class,
ends.
Fraser?
Yeah, well, you know,
Have you
while
brought
you're
enough for
talking.
everybody?
No,
Is it a
No.
froob? Are you eating a froob? I love froops.
No.
Do you put your froops in the freezer? I do.
oh
In
no.
excess for a goth band.
Anyway,
Oh,
right, okay.
frozen
let's,
froops
let's,
are
In excess,
brilliant.
aren't
let's
goth.
get through this.
Are they not? That's the die wanking band. Pick yourself.
So, whether the cause is an apex predator or something that resists the cleaner label, the rule functions as practical guidance rather than what you believe about the paranormal. Science is a warning. It's always been one. Rule number 2: auditory anomaly. Never whistle in the woods, especially at night.
Ooh.
Whistling in the Appalachian wilderness, particularly after dark, is one of the most consistently documented taboos in the region's folklore, with accounts across multiple communities describing it as a way to attract entities that lure people away from safety. This rule appears in Cherokee oral tradition, in Scots-Irish mountain superstition, and in such independent accounts from people who grew up in
So
different
in other
parts
words,
of the
Dower
large...
can't say, "Oh, dinna you whistle?
Yeah.
It offends the wee beasties."
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah, you don't want to
You
get dragged off
you
into the
shouldn't
woods.
whistle. You shouldn't whistle anyway, because whistling
Yeah.
is
Whistle
shit.
while you work.
Whistling
Hitler
can
is a
irritate
twerp.
people.
He's
You
half
can't, it
army,
just-
so
it
his
just-
army. Whistle while you work.
People really don't like people who are like excessively chipper, do they?
Yeah.
whistling.
Oh.
What workmen do it, or they used to, didn't they? Workmen
Yeah.
used to whistle when they. Yeah, I don't think they do it anymore.
Okay,
No
so
better.
different
used
parts
to
of the
whistle.
range without contact with each other. So, the specifics are very slight. It's very slight from some versions extend the prohibition to singing. Others focus extensively on nighttime. The core warning holds: don't
Have
produce
you
a
ever heard
distinctive,
that one about
repeated
those?
sound that carries through the dense forest at night. Okay.
Fraser, have you ever heard that one about the guys that were stuck in the they were stuck in like a hunting lodge or something, and they had to defend themselves from a load of Bigfoot. I never know whether to call them Bigfoot or Big Feet when they're plural. But I think they do a lot of
Squatches.
whistling. They do a lot of whistling and stuff, don't they?
Yeah, Bigfoot do whistling.
Whistling,
Yeah.
and hooting, don't they?
And tree knocking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plenty of that. The reported consequence is that that you hear something whistling back. Not a bird, which would be unusual after dark anyway. Something that answers whatever that entity is. The accounts describe it as using the whistled exchange as a navigation tool, drawing a person toward it by matching and mimicking their call until a person is far from any marked trail. The practical concern is real enough.
Is it like in Roger Rabbit, you know, where you do shave and a haircut? Do.
I don't know. But yeah, so don't
remember
whistle,
that? Hobbit,
don't
you're
whistle
a fan
after
of
dark.
you're a fan of Roger Rabbit. Do you remember that from
Yeah.
Roger Rabbit?
No, not at all. What's that film? What's Appalachia anyway?
Oh, but
I just don't like Bob
You seem
Hoskins.
really interested in Appalachia. You seem to be putting your foot down
I
on
wonder about the Sasquatches. Like, do you think they knock on hollow trees like a form of Morse code?
They do that weird like knocking and hooting and whistling and that.
Yeah.
And if you
Plenty
go
of
into the
videos out
woods
there.
searching for a Sasquatch, you can try a tree knock yourself. And if you get a reply, then.
Or if you
know,
watch
there's a
He-Man, you'll get a
Sasquatch.
sassy squatch.
Oh.
Oh no!
So then the third rule of Appalachia: auditory anomaly. If something calls your name,
Auditor?
don't answer.
You say auditor. Do they have a drone
Auditory.
and fly it over someone's business and get into a row?
Ian loves
That's like
auditors.
Oh, I do. They're so funny.
Can't get enough of them.
Anyway,
Have you
come on.
seen Kit Boger, Ian? You probably like
I know.
him.
Yeah.
I like pure audits. I think that's the best one. So if you get a chance, check
I
that out.
like
It's a
I like
guy-
AY audits, but you wouldn't like him because he's a bit racist.
Okay.
Ian.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't like racism.
He don't
I
like
James,
lemons.
I'm like James O'Brien. I don't like racism.
He don't like lemons.
Yeah. So we'll.
Racism's
to
a
this.
crime, and we leave that for the blacks.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of black friends as well,
Yeah.
and yeah, we get on great. So
I don't have any friends, Ian.
yeah,
Yeah, so I
But make
can't
more
have
of an
black
effort then.
friends.
take more of an
Yeah,
effort.
what? I don't want. What if I don't want any friends?
I can't very well have more friends if I don't have any, can I?
Yeah.
I haven't got as many friends as I used to have, but that's just comes with age, doesn't it?
That's because they're probably dead.
No, that's the truth. That's what I was getting. A lot of them have died. Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Anyways.
it's a bit rough, isn't it? When you see one of them, you think, "Fuck me, I'm the same age as him, and I'm still alive."
I'm older than him, and I'm still alive, and I
Yeah.
used to work with him. Yeah, we used to go drinking. But yeah, here it goes. Anyway, carry on with Appalachia.
Nah, I'm alright.
Oh, go on, Appalachia.
So don't. Where were we? Don't whistle. Don't whistle. What were we after that?
Knocking, tree knocking.
Tree knocking.
Yeah.
Yep. So then, after
Oh, that's
that,
it. Scots. They don't like the whistling.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't like anything, though, do they?
They don't.
They're
They
always
don't like
Yeah,
people.
Well
They
done,
like
class.
people-
You've
they
been
like people
listening
being
for the last
chipper.
40 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but
don't-
also
They don't like the English,
Native,
do they?
the Native Americans don't like whistling either. Is there something in common with these people?
Did you know in the 70s they used to think that gays can't whistle? I was reading something about it the other day.
Well, that's not true. I mean, they form
Is
a
that true?
musical.
Is that true? Like, you remember more of the
No.
70s
Anyway,
than
I've-
me, Ian. Is that true?
I think
You
it's
thought
more.
gays
I think in the
whistle?
70s, no. In the 70s,
Look,
if an attractive woman walked past you, you'd
Yeah.
go like this.
I
wouldn't
don't
you?
want
You'd
to
go,
mention the W word, but the Woses may be wooding at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's try and focus on Appalachia. We're not talking about wood Woses, are we?
No. Not
No.
yet.
No.
That was months ago.
It was never Ian.
Yeah.
Sure he
No.
was. I could have come in. I wasn't on that episode. I was disappointed. If I knew he would Roses, I would have.
Not
come on.
well. We weren't on that episode either,
Woodwoses-
Ian.
The Woodwoses have effects on things, and it's not always immediately
But
obvious.
it's also roped into the British Bigfoot myth as well, which. But anyway, carry on with this. The alpacas. Let's see.
Okay, so I'll restart again. Rule 3.
Yeah.
Normally, auditory anomaly. If something calls your name, don't answer. Voice calling your name is somewhat from somewhere you can't see is one of the most dangerous things you can respond to in the Appalachian wilderness. Entities most associated with this behavior are mimic creatures documented across multiple cultural traditions within the region. They share a consistent behavioral profile. They study their targets, learn to exact vocal patterns of people, and the target trusts, and then call out from just far enough away to encourage pursuit. The types of calls reported follow a consistent pattern across independent accounts. A friend or family member's voice reproduced exact tone and inflection. Cries for help that sound urgent and distressing. A baby crying in an area where no infant should be. The voice of the deceased loved one. The target's own voice reflected back at them. A documented account from a forest ranger involved a woman who sought help after her husband left the trail to follow what he believed was their deceased son's voice. The husband was found dead at the bottom of a steep drop. The voice had known the son's name and known how to make the call impossible to ignore through grief alone.
So this will be your next.
Whether this
This will
producing-
be the next question. Then it's like, how do they know this?
Well, they're obviously there's supernatural entities, I guess.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. The Appalachian Woods understand that human psychology deeply. If you see a person calling, respond. If you can't, don't. Rule 4.
Do they get kind of like hypnotized? Because obviously the wife was going, look, he's dead. He's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like
I wouldn't be able to help myself in that situation, though. I would just get involved, get drawn in.
Yeah.
But then what happens?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's the rule 4, environmental etiquette. If you see something strange, no, you didn't. Acknowledging an unexplained sight escalates the encounter. If an Appalachian tradition, a cryptid, an apparition, or a figure that doesn't move the way a human or animal should, it's best treated as something you didn't see. You keep walking, you don't point, you don't tell the others in your group while you're still in the area. You get to safety first, then you process what happened. The reason behind this rule is 2 interpretations that don't contradict each other. Paranormal, direct attention functions as engagement and invitation that changes the dynamic between observer and reality. Many reported Appalachian entities become more active when directly noticed. Practical. Stopping to investigate an unknown figure in a remote terrain puts you in a disadvantage from terms of awareness position. The exit options, keep moving, gets you out faster. Both reasons point towards the same behaviour. Both don't engage, don't investigate. Both don't announce what you saw. Get out first, figure out what was when you're somewhere safe. Rule 5. Nocturnal protocol. Don't leave windows open or curtains unclosed at night. In cabins, trailers, tents, throughout the Appalachian region, the consistent tradition is to keep windows closed and curtains drawn after dark, based on the belief that certain entities are drawn to visible light and activity from the outside. But yeah. The logic here is about denying something outside the environment needs it can, but if it can see you but you can't see it, dynamic favours whoever's looking in. Closing the curtains doesn't guarantee safety, it removes a specific vulnerability. Reports on people who ignored this rule while staying in remote Appalachian cabins describe a particular experience, something pressed against the window or watching from just beyond the reach of interior light. Pale crawlers are similar reported entities in the region, like specifically associated with window watching behaviour. The rule is an attempt to break the dynamic before it starts. Ignorance in this specific case might genuinely be more comfortable than the alternative. 6.
That could be though, like the guys in the cabin that were attacked, like by the big.
Well, it seems to be an invitational thing, isn't it? With all these paranormal entities, like if you invite it to, it's just, that rule, isn't it? You're inviting it in, kind of thing.
That is it. That place is called Ape Canyon because of that as well.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that is in this general.
Have you actually heard that audio, Fraser, from Ape Canyon?
No, I haven't. No.
That's a really good one. That is. That's a really good audio.
I might have to go look at it later.
Yeah.
So then we've got rule 6, auditory anomaly. Never answer unseen voice or investigate strange sounds. Responding to disembodied sounds, including voices in conversation, music, mechanical noises, or footsteps behind you on the trail, is treated as a form of engagement that signals your awareness and location to whatever is producing the sound. The rule is broader than Rule 3, which focuses specifically on your name being called. Rule 6 covers a full range of sounds that don't belong in the environment. Voices having a conversation when you know you're alone. Footsteps that match your pace from behind on the trail. Low mechanical or electronic sound in areas with no equipment. Music or singing where there should be none. A distant siren-like tone in clear weather with no obvious source.
Well,
Underlying
they
principle.
mean like a police siren or just a...
A distant... No, it's like screams. Sirens scream,
okay.
like kind of like... Yeah.
Like the mythical sirens.
I think that's what it means.
Yeah, like the mermaid type creatures that would tempt sailors into the sea with their sirens singing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So underlying principle is consistent across all these: turning to look, calling out, or moving toward a signal. Signals your position and confirms that you noticed. And encounter reports associated with this rule. The described experience often escalates after acknowledgement. What was distant becomes closer. What was passive becomes directed. Ignoring the sound entirely, maintaining pace, and getting out is a consistent recommendation across independent accounts. Rule number 7: environmental etiquette. Respect old cemeteries. Appalachian landscape contains hundreds of old family burial grounds and ancient grave sites, often unmarked by modern standards and cultural consensus across the region is that disrespect towards these sites carries serious lasting consequences. These aren't maintained modern cemeteries with neat rows and marble headstones. Many are family plots from the 17 and 1800 rust stones with worn markings tucked into hillsides or clearings. Some may predate European settlement entirely. Walking through one without realizing it is generally possible in deeper backcountry. Traditional guidelines are clear. Take nothing, not a stone, not an artifact, or anything that belongs there. Don't sit or stand on graves. Don't conduct amateur paranormal investigations without proper knowledge or protocol. Yeah, so don't bring a Ouija board, you fucking retards.
Back to the don't take a stone. There's one from Hawaii about that, isn't there? There's that volcano thing where people are taking rocks home, and then they even actually they even post them back, and they're like, for God's sake, put these things back, because they just have like a run of terrible luck.
You know, the funny thing is, the same thing happened with Stonehenge. Like, one of the stones has fallen down, and a local farmer, I mean, this is probably like 18th or 19th century, thought, oh, that would be a good crossing bridge for my cattle. And he was taking it down. He had a team of horses. Horses kept like breaking their legs and falling lame. People involved in it, they kept getting legs crushed by the stones.
Oh, fucking hell.
And like he gets to like halfway down the hill, and he's just like, "Sod this! Like people have died, horses have died, and my money's all wasting up. My cow's milk is curdling." It was a lot easier to get it up the hill and drag it back in place and erect it than it was to take it down there.
Interesting, isn't it?
It's weird.
Yeah, so
Very
leave things
strange.
exactly as you found them. More quietly. Speak softly and treat the site the way you'd want yours treated. Okay. Leave behind the rule involves not just the spirits of the buried, but entities drawn to grief and death that linger in these places, and look for careless visitors to attach themselves to. Whether you hold any supernatural belief at all, the basic respect components of life of justification beyond common decency. The other part about what might be watching or for disrespect is something you can assess for yourself on the ground. Rule 8. Anomalous encounter. Be mindful of the woman with silver glasses. A specific apparition described across multiple independent Appalachian accounts.
That's advice for life, isn't it? Well,
yeah.
Watch out for the woman with problem glasses.
Yeah. She might have changed her appearance these days.
Yeah. Now she works in HR.
Yeah. Accounts is that an older woman is in hiking attire with distinctive silver glasses who appears to lost hikers, asks for help finding the trail, and vanishes once she has guided them to safety. The rule is different from others in tone. Most of the rules describe things to avoid. This one describes a reported encounter that ends well. With a consistent twist, the hiker lost for hours or days encounters a woman who appears to be in her 60s, warmly dressed for the trail with silver frame glasses, and her most distinctive features, she says she's lost too. They walk together for hours. She suggests a turn that leads back to a marked trail. When the grateful hiker returns to thank her, she's gone. The account share enough specific detail across independent sources that figure have become part of established Appalachian supernatural tradition. The rule associated with her is simple: if you encounter her, help her. The reported reward is good luck in the years that follow. Whether she is a residual spirit, something else entirely, or a pattern of wishful perception by people in distress. The account describes her as being benign. It is catalogued the rules that most about avoiding danger. She is a notable exception. Interesting. Yeah, so it's not all bad.
She'll report you to the manager as well.
Yeah.
Well, I know the Muslims say about the jinn. The jinn are like people. Like some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them just like don't.
You draw a circle in the desert around you, jinn can't bum you.
Yeah.
What if that works in Appalachia?
Actually, Hobbit, that was a spirited political debate.
The spiritual political debate where you come afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we got rule number 9, nocturnal protocol. Never go into the woods from dusk till dawn. The Appalachian woods become measurably more dangerous after dark. A period between dusk and dawn, sometimes called the hatching hour in regional tradition, is described as a time when the boundary between the physical world and what lies beyond becomes thinner. It's like the 3 a.m. thing. You've all heard of that, right? Where 3 a.m. is when
but that has
apparitions
Christian.
happen.
The 3 a.m. has Christian roots, though, doesn't it? Because it's the inverse.
Yeah.
It's the 12-hour inverse of when Christ was crucified.
Yeah. It's it's kind of like that. I'm guessing it's kind of maybe it's 3 a.m. and Appalachia is just after dusk. It's just...
Well, what are the watches called? Because there's a list of all the. Because there's a list of the watches and what they're called. Like one of them's called the graveyard shift, isn't it?
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So there's the hatching hour in regional tradition describes a time when boundary between physical lights is thinner. Practical and paranormal arguments point towards the same conclusion: stay out. The practical dangers of nighttime in the Appalachian Bounty are real and well documented. Black bears, bobcats, coyotes, mountain lions are specifically more active after sunset. Navigation on unmarked terrain without daylight dramatically reduces risk of falls and injuries. Temperature drops at night. Elevation can create hypothermia, risk of warm, blah blah blah. The traditional layer adds specific entities to that list. Things that stay hidden during daylight, whether cryptids, spirits, or presences to prefer. Cover of darkness are described across multiple regional traditions as emerging specifically during the hatching hour. The consistency of that window across Cherokee, Scots Irish, and other cultural frameworks within the region is worth taking seriously. Enjoy the mountains during the daylight. Get back before the light changes. Okay. Rule 10, environmental etiquette. Don't focus your gaze on a single tree. This isn't... Okay, so Cherokee tradition holds that certain ancient trees in the Appalachian region serve as dwelling places for spirits, and that fixing your attention too intently on a single tree functions similarly to knocking on a door and waiting to see what answers.
Let's face it, this is just code for demons.
Yeah,
this is what happens when you've got an air of people who are never baptized. Demons can just enter and possess them.
Yeah. The rule is of one or more philosophically specific in the catalogue. It isn't about avoiding trees. It's about intention and focus. A casual glance at a landscape is different from sustained, concentrated attention on a single trunk. The belief rooted in Cherokee oral tradition holds that all trees accumulate spiritual presence over time. Trees in Appalachia live in several hundred years. The oldest may carry something corresponding to that age, focusing on one too intently in this tradition framing as an act of invitation. Reported experiences of people who describe violating the rule are consistent in a specific way. A tree appears to breathe or pulse. The bark seems to form faces or shifting figures. Shadows move independently of the wind. Pulling sensation develops as if the tree is drawing you closer. Some accounts describe heard whispers or complete loss of time. An additional caution exists against carving your initials into trees for the same reason. It's a form of making an engagement with the spirits that signals your presence to whatever may be listening inside. Yeah,
So back to watches for a sec. So graveyard watches between midnight and 4 a.m.
Yeah. Okay, so that's...
What about pissing up against a tree? Would that have a...
Well,
anger the spirits as well?
Maybe. It might do.
I don't know. That's how you get rid of curses, isn't it? Because
Is it?
Birmingham City was supposed to have had a curse on their ground, like a gypsy's curse. So Barry Fry used to piss on the corner flags every week.
The gypsy's kiss released the gypsy's curse.
Yeah.
And if you get stung by a jellyfish as well, you get someone to piss on you.
Yeah, but you're not going to get stung by jellyfish in the middle of Digbiff Buff Centre, are you?
Stranger things have happened, Hobbit. Stranger things have happened.
I suppose. Yeah.
Might be part of the gypsy's curse that you get stung by a jellyfish.
Yeah.
In the middle of a bus station.
Well, they have a sea life centre in Birmingham.
Yeah. Don't they
Dear
have a fisherman's
God.
market there as well?
What gypsies
Did you not know that, Albie? They have a sea life centre in Birmingham.
Oh, come to Birmingham. We have wet market. You want some bat soup?
Okay, so we've got rule 11. Environmental etiquette. Never stack
No
or paint
puppers.
rocks.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, rearranging, stacking, or making rocks in the Appalachian wilderness is discouraged, both ecological reasons documented by environmental researchers, and for additional reasons related to disturbing things that are placed.
I don't buy ecological.
Yeah,
bit.
well-
What's this, Captain Planet saying you shouldn't piss
Yeah.
up a tree?
Hey
No.
kids, don't stack rocks in the wilderness.
No.
It's bad.
The thing is, though,
Why is that then?
I think-
I don't know. It's just bad.
but that happens in the Blair Witch Project, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they must.
I was going to
have,
say, a lot of this stuff you can figure out by just watching the Blair Witch. The Blair Witch is the Blair Witch isn't a horror film. It's a survival manual.
Or there's the porno version where the girl gets spit roasted by the two guys in the tent, called the Bear Dick Project. Oh, there's that. If you want to watch that.
That's very specific, Ian.
Apparently, there's a parody of Saving Private Ryan, which is shaving Ryan's private.
Yeah, that as well.
Oh, no.
The Sex Assist, where the possessed girl gets spit roasted by two.
Have you heard of 10-inch mutant
10-inch
Ninja Turtles? 10-inch
Yeah.
Mutant Ninjas. Turtles.
And
Turtles in a
Right.
hard shell.
Okay, okay.
Glass
Turtle
Right.
power.
glass
Let me
coffee
finish
table.
these rules
Oh,
before you start going on.
I've got a list of them here. So there's the Bear Wench Project.
Two girls, one cup.
What else is there?
No, that was an internet meme back in the day.
The
That
Erotic
was like,
Witch Project. That's not very good.
The Erotic Witch Project.
That doesn't sound very good to me. I can't find any more. Oh, there's a film
Shaving
called Da
Ryan's
Hip Hop
Pride.
Witch. Does anybody fancy watching Da Hip Hop Witch?
Da hip hop witch.
Da Hip Hop Witch.
Oh god, that sounds.
That
Sounds
black
awful.
exploitation.
Yeah.
There's also the
Is
Blair
that
Witch
Animal Farm?
Project. Projekt.
Ah.
And there's
Have you
also.
just gone on black.com or something?
No, I've just gone on Blair Witch parody. This is Blair Witch parody films.
This all black porn or something.
This is Blair Witch parody films, and also Anal Paprika 2 and 3 apparently is.
What's that to do with
What?
Blair Witch?
I don't know. It's in the search.
Is that
Lust,
a play on
Lust in
erotic-
Space. Lust in Space is apparently a Blair Witch project.
I'm sorry,
Lost
but
in-
anal and
Lost in
paprika
Space.
is not a good combination.
Yeah.
Oh,
Imagine you get some. No, never. Appalachia. Them sound squanches don't like it when you piss on the tree.
Yeah.
Why is
yeah.
that?
So we'll
you're
skip
marking
the
their territory.
painted rocks one because I think that's just the
It's
same.
strange, that's strange though, isn't it? If you get lost in the woods and you want to piss, you go up against a tree.
Yeah.
But if you want it, you could just go anywhere, couldn't you?
Yeah,
you,
just
you
make
don't
sure
have
it's
to.
not a tree and possessed by a demon.
Yeah.
But what if
Right,
you
you-
piss on the bushes? It's okay, but if you piss on the
Yeah.
tree, it's verboten.
Yeah.
You could
Like-
piss on the
yeah,
you could
yeah.
piss on the bushes, couldn't you, if you wanted?
Or
But
yeah.
you automatically go for a tree. Why is that?
I think
Maybe it is
trees are
something to
more
do with that.
natural.
What dogs
I
like?
don't know,
it,
maybe-
don't
Yeah.
Yeah, dogs like it. Maybe
Well, it
we're
reminds me of
part
that song,
dog.
doesn't it? Bees do it, educated fleas do it. Let's do it. Let's piss on the
Even
tree. You
them
remember
up
that
in the
song, don't
trees do it.
you? Yeah.
Maybe it had something to do with getting rid of demons in trees.
Bees.
maybe.
As long as
do
there's
it.
no, as long as you're not pissing into the wind, so you get backsplash, then there's
Oh
no
yeah,
reason
don't want
to
to do that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we got rule 12. Anomalous encounter. The old man at the campfire. A specific
It's
reported
dirty.
encounter in Appalachian camping tradition. Yeah, if it was you, Ian.
Really?
Describes an elderly man with a long beard walking stick
Yeah.
who approaches a campsite uninvited and begins telling a story requiring complete silence and full attention from the group until he finishes. Wow.
Hold on.
I wish
Hold
I
on
was
one
him.
sec, Fraser. I've got to tell you, there are some odd. Do you remember that "Birds Do It, Bees Do It"? The song I just sang. There are some
Yeah.
weird lyrics in this. Cape Cod clams against their wish do it. Even lazy jellyfish do it. Electric
Definitely.
eels, I might add to it. Although it shocks them, I know. There's some terrible lyrics.
Eel chair.
Chimpanzees in the zoos do it. Some courageous kangaroos do it. I'm sure giraffes on the sly do it. Even eagles as they fly do it. That is a weird song. Even
They
Napoleon.
don't do it on the fly. That's a lie.
Royal Set Sans Regret did it, and they considered it fun. Marie Antoinette did it with or without Napoleon.
What?
That is one weird song.
Wasn't it Peter Sellers who sang that?
Ella Fitzgerald sang the
Oh,
original.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Peter Sellers, he sang "Goodness Gracious Me," didn't he? In brown face, yeah.
Oh dear.
Who sung
that's-
Great Balls of Fire?
It's Cole Porter.
Yeah.
That Cole Porter wrote Bees Do It, I think.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah, that's an alright song. Great
Yeah,
Balls
you
of
like
Fire.
that one, eh? It was in.
Yeah,
But-
you know, it's lively.
Yeah.
It did
So
well in
the
the
ru-
hit
so-
parade.
It's
The
a
Rule
good
12.
dance
Oh,
hall.
this is horrific.
Drives-
Did you know in Porter's original version of the song, there were racial stereotypes in it? I'm just repeating this because
Oh,
of
you
how
don't
bad
say.
it is. How bad and evil it is.
I know.
Chinks do
James
it,
O'Brien
Japs
does
do
it.
it, up in Lapland, little Laps do it. Like, look,
Even
anymore.
Woodroses do
the
it.
filthy racism that's in that song.
Anymore? Yeah, James O'Brien doesn't like that.
Did the Sam Squanches do it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, go on. Carry on, go on. Yeah, any more? Yeah.
think-
Sorry? Are we done?
So,
You done with the race-
they did
race?
some. So in
we're not done,
1955,
Fraser.
someone did.
No, we're not. Are we?
Even Liberace, we assume, does it. Ernest
yeah.
Hemingway.
The gay
The
Cruz
show
do it.
never ends.
That's it.
The
we're
gay
done.
stereotyping's coming out now. We knew Liberace did it. We read his biography.
Well, Liberace shouldn't have done it.
And he did do it.
Well, Liberace wasn't gay, but his boyfriend was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it with Rent Boys.
Ukrainian ones. Right, we done
Right.
now. We done now, Fraser.
Okay. Are you
might
done?
proceed.
An
Okay.
awkward
Right, I may
silence
continue
after
then.
that outburst. Now, carry on with the
Ooh.
Appalachia. Let's listen to this. Where are we?
Okay.
Number
So
15.
this rule describes protocol rather than prohibition. If an old man appears at your fire, takes a seat without introducing himself, and begins to speak, the protocol is strict. Don't
Yeah.
ask who he is. Don't interrupt the story for any reason. Don't walk away before he finishes, even if you need to. Don't challenge or question anything he says. Listen from beginning to end without exception. The legend attached to the consequences is stark. If anyone in the group breaks any of these rules, one member of the group will walk into the woods during the night and not return. The person is lost, not chosen by the violator. It appears to be random. The figure is generally understood to be supernatural presence using the harmless form, carrying information on purpose that has real weight. The cost of discourtesy is something you apparently only learn about after the fact.
I'd be tempted to tell him to fuck off, the nosy cunt.
Yeah, and then Hemi will walk
Yeah.
off into the woods and never be seen again. Yeah,
Get bummed
it's your
by
fault.
him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
why don't you just fucking eat our dinner, you ignorant bastard?
Yeah. No one asked you to come. You just go and plonk
What's
yourself
that rule
down.
about don't interrupt
Who
him
the
even
fuck
if
are
he's
you anyway?
wrong?
Yeah, go on,
Yeah.
you fucking pain in the arse. Yeah.
So we've got rule number 13: anonymous encounter, off-grid camps and communities.
What if he what if it's he pretends to be James O'Brien and starts wanking on about Brexit? Like,
What if he says Johnny Cash's cover of Her isn't good because it's a cover?
Well, you want to get bummed in the woods? That's the real.
You ain't here
what
for
if,
the
what if he sits
crypto
down
hunting,
what
are
if he
you?
sits down and says, "I wrote the script for He-Man the movie"?
I don't think he'd probably go, "Oh, in the war we did this, blah blah blah."
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know, Grandad.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
on, go fuck yourself.
So when you're hiking deep in the Appalachian backcountry, encountering an apparently abandoned camp with active fires, organized supplies, and signs of long-term habitation,
Help
it's a
yourself.
warning to leave it immediately because the inhabitants are almost certainly present and watching, even if they are not
Moonshiners.
visible.
Moonshiners, they'll slit your throat and bum.
Oh, yeah,
they'll bum you like in Deliverance. You like that?
In
There
my
are-
day,
Didn't you, Ian?
There are reports of feral people in the Appalachians. Yeah.
a quick one though. In my day, moonshining was like putting your trousers down and showing your ass.
Yeah.
It was later in life, but people say, "No, I was moonshining."
Ian, when you had Deliverance, was that bit on the tape with Ned Beatty getting bummed in it? Was that worn out?
Was that the guy with the big teeth?
No, he's the one who said where he says to him, he says, "Squeal, little piggy," that bit.
Squeal like a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there isn't much really to say about Rule 13, so avoid that. This is more practical stuff. Rule 14, anomalous encounter. The cottage in the woods. The final rule describes a specific encounter for hikers
Michael.
who've
Who came across
been
George
lost.
Michael?
What if you come across George Michael? Wipe
Was
it
it?
off,
What if he
Ian.
stood?
You know what happens if you come across George Michael? You wipe it off.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Have you heard his latest release? Wank me off before you go, or something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. something like that.
That one.
Hey, careless wanker, careless wanker.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah, James O'Brien went like this. So let's.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so so if hikers have been lost for a full day or more, a warm, inviting cottage appearing in the wilderness that offers shelter and hospitality.
Is it made of
Because
gingerbread?
Yeah, that might be.
You get
Dis-
in and
discretion.
start scoffing.
Yeah, lost time and eventual abandonment on the forest floor. The encounter sits at the intersection of Appalachian folklore, something that appears across cultures far wider than this region. The Fey cottage, the witch's house, the spirit trap disguised as salvation. The specific Appalachian version involves exhaustion and desperation as preconditions. They've been lost for hours, maybe more than a day. You're dehydrated, your judgment is compromised, and then a cottage appears with a light in the windows and smoke from the chimney. Independent reports of this encounter describe consistent details across accounts. People have no connection to each other. A friendly woman who offers food and shelter without being asked. Tea or food that produces growing disorientation after consumption. You've been roofied by.
Get roofied by an old bird. You find a ride in you later on. You wake up and find a ride in you.
A dreamlike sense of
earlier in the night.
unreality that sets in gradually. Lost time ranging from hours to an entire day. Waking up on the forest floor with no cottage in sight and no memory of the hours between. The tea in description often contains floating mushroom slices. The implication is self-evident. The rule is simple: don't eat or drink anything offered. So basically that is the story of Hansel and Gretel, isn't it? Like fucking
don't
literally,
Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah.
The ending of Hansel and Gretel, they throw her into the oven.
Yeah.
So we got the thing here.
Why would Hansel and Gretel throw a hooked-nosed woman into an oven?
Well, what did the Brothers Grimm mean by this?
Yeah. So the creatures that these rules were built to survive. The rules of Appalachia did not emerge in a vacuum. They were built on response to specific and documented regional catalogue of cryptids, spirits, and entities that generation of mountain communities reported encountering across hundreds of years of direct experience.
What kind of? I don't suppose anybody knows, but like, what kind of immigration did they have? Did they have a lot of German immigration? Because all of this sounds very Grimm's fairy tales.
Well, Scots and Irish, isn't it? Like it's very Scots-Irish, like actually, yeah.
Well, it could be German. The Grimm brothers were German, weren't they?
And
Brothers Grimm,
in that part of the world, the French as well, didn't it?
Three guesses as to where the name Hansel und Gretel would come from.
Spain?
Adolf and Gretel.
So Appalachian bestiary.
Bestiary, Fraser.
Yeah. Well, actually, we've got I'll actually go on to them, actually. So, we've got the cryptids of Appalachia. Do you want to know what these are? Let's have a look, shall we? So...
Oh, this is nice. Dom said about you, Ian. He says, "Who is Ian, you ask? He's an old friend of mine with a curious mind and a good soul who has gone through physical hardships. In a nutshell. It's like that, but with terrible spelling."
How cute.
Yeah, and it's just ongoing.
Yeah, Dom says to Ian. He says, the Illuminati took the Treasures of Oak Island, Ian. Keep up.
Well, no. I think the last time that we both had our hardships, and the last time we met, I think, was on a camping trip 2 years ago, where we upset a German man, which resulted in us wearing a German helmet and goose stepping around the campsite in his honour. That's what happened there.
Yeah. Right, carry on, Fraser.
Right, so we have, in the Appalachian Mountains, a special brand of folklore is developed because of the unique and isolated environments produced by the mountain range that stretches down east in the United States. As part of the folklore, cryptids specific to the region are said to exist. Cryptozoologists take pains to study these creatures, although no substantial evidence of them exists. What are the 13 Appalachian cryptids? Their appearance, behaviours, and locations will be discussed. Okay, so we have the Albat Witch. It's rumoured that the Albert Witch lives along the Shoshana
I'm
River.
suspecting that maybe this witch isn't a witch.
Yeah.
It might be a warlock.
And also, I think this one is less likely to exist, but it could have been the inspiration for the Blair Witch.
No, I think the inspiration for the Blair Witch is the Bell Witch, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
No, the Shoshana River, just below the Appalachians near Columbia, Pennsylvania. It may also exist further into the mountains along the wider watershed up the hill in the hills. The Albat Witch is about 4 feet tall and spends its time in heavy forested areas, sitting in trees. They're known for stealing apples from forest visitors. The Shoshanoks, a local indigenous tribe that used to inhabit the area of sightings, may have talked about the witch in poorly recorded stories. Huh?
Right, so the best thing that this witch can do is steal some apples.
Yeah, it's like a midget in trees that steals apples.
It's like the end of Don't. It's like the end of Don't Look Now.
It doesn't kill anyone or do us.
Spoilers for a 50-year-old film.
Okay, so then we have number 12, the Flatwoods Monster.
Oh,
this is a good one. This is a good one, and we should cover this one time. This is good.
The Flatwoods Monster is also known as Braxy, a cryptid believed to inhabit the woods surrounded Wood around the small town of Flatwoods in West Virginia. Braxy is believed to be 10 feet tall with red hood-shaped face and eyes that glow. Its body is dark and it has claws on its hands. The original sighting was September 12th, 1952. At 7:15 p.m. and it was sensationalized in newspapers and broadcasts. And skeptics have spent time debunking the story regardless. Locals have embraced the monster's legacy, and a museum exists honoring the Flatwoods monster in the nearby town of Sutton. Okay, so we have number 11, the White Thangs. This is White Thangs, yeah. The White Thang is an Appalachian cryptid that is a lot like Bigfoot cryptids that are seen in many forested regions in the United States. What makes White Thangs different is they're covered in nothing but long white hair. Okay, so, yeah.
It's a white
Could they not just
Bigfoot.
be really old?
Yeah,
Bigfoots?
it's a Yeti, but in Appalachia.
Could they not just be really old Bigfoot? What does an old Bigfoot look like? It's like a Bigfoot with grey hair.
Well, I mean,
makes sense,
it's basically a Yeti, isn't it? But not in.
Well, the thing is, the Yeti is actually brown. It's just sort of in pop culture they've made it white just so it fits. It fits in more with the sort of the snowy environment.
What was that film, Ian? Was it Snow Monster? Do you remember the one with the ski
Snow
resort?
Beast?
Snow
Yeah,
Beast.
it was a TV film, 1977. It was really good. I don't know how in the end the monster.
It was quite gory, if I remember quite right. There was a lot of splatter effects in it, weren't there?
Yeah, but it was 1977. So
I remember when they're like an arm on the snow. I remember watching it when I was a wee nipper.
I think you might be thinking of something else.
Oh,
but Snow Beast.
I thought it ripped someone's arm out and you see an arm on the snow.
Well, I'm not sure.
Because didn't it try to be like Jaws? It tried to be like Jaws, didn't it?
Yeah, it was Jaws in the snow, basically. Yeah. And it kills itself in the end by walking into a ski pole, which didn't make much sense. But, I just wouldn't have walked into the ski pole. But,
So then we have number 10. We've got the skunk apes, so a lot like Bigfoot, but they're a bit shorter, and known to inhabit the southern Appalachians and the swamps of Florida. These cryptids walk on.
It smokes homegrown. Yeah.
Yeah, these cryptids walk on two legs like humans and are covered in brownish red hair. They earned the name skunk moniker because people who have seen them say they stink. They've been in local folklore since the 1800s.
Isn't that like big feet in general? They do whiff a bit, don't they?
Well, any animal does.
They don't wash, do they?
Yeah.
I think the skunk ape might be a bit smaller than your usual Bigfoot, though. A bit like woodwose, yeah?
Yeah,
a bit
maybe.
smaller.
Then we have the Old Slewfoot. A cryptid named Old Slewfoot lives in the mountains of North Carolina. Hunters have tried to track this bear-like creature down to it, but to no avail. Old Slewfoot travels so fast that dogs can't even keep up with its whereabouts. However, one time in 1950s, a bear was caught in a claw trap on Balsam Mountain. However, the animal gnawed its leg off to get away before the hunters checked the trap. The set of the monumental search for Old Slewfoot, resulted in slaying of a three-legged bear-like animal. Believes that this animal was Old Slewfoot, while others still believe it's hiding in the mountains. Punk Woodgies.
But the thing is that the last three could well be the same animal, couldn't they?
A punk Woodgie sounds like something you'd do to a nerd.
Yes. Well, the Wampanoag stories tell of the Punk Woodgies, which are short cryptids that stand no taller than 3 feet tall. They're human-like, though their fingers and ears and noses are all very long, and they have grey skin and sometimes glows. Little aliens in it. Punk Woodgies have supernatural abilities. They're able to vanish into thin air whenever they want, and they can create fire without any tools. They carry poison arrows.
Yeah, laser guns.
Yeah, and they can transform themselves into an animal resembling a porcupine when needed. Imagine my superpower is I could become a porcupine.
They turn into porcupine, just shuffle off.
So maybe what you're seeing there is a porcupine.
Yeah,
it's a cute Pokemon, but it was standing on its hind legs to try and scare you.
These cryptids like to be left alone, but they're sometimes spotted by people in the woods in Massachusetts. They aren't. If they aren't left alone, they behave like tricksters. They enjoy luring people into falling off cliffs. They also throw sand in people's eyes, and they attack people by stabbing them.
Well, what I would do is squirt lighter fluid on it and just throw them back.
We have punk wedgies in London.
Yeah, I think we do, don't we? Yeah.
In
That
Carnaby,
sounds like a night out in Glasgow, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
in
fucking-
quite
Carnaby
stabby,
Street.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, then we have the Loveland Frogmen.
Mm.
The Edinburgh Highest Appalachian Mountains may play host to the Loveland Frogmen. These frogs are bipedal and about 4 feet tall. They have leathery skin and they crouch over like frogs when on the move. As the name implies, they make their home near Loveland, Ohio, and its latest widely reported sighting was in 2016. The city of Loveland made the Loveland frog its official mascot in 2023.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The original police officers who reported the Loveland Frogmen in the 1970s later said it was a large escaped iguana. They discovered this after they shot it. Despite this, the legend persists to this day.
That sounds like a bit of cope to me. I think if you're a cop, you know what a fucking iguana looks like.
Yeah, it's just a really big iguana, guys. Nothing to see
Yeah.
here. Nothing to cover story. Yeah, it's just a big iguana. So then we have 6, the Appalachian Chupacabra. In West Virginia, the cryptid called the Appalachian Chupacabra resides. It's believed to be the descendants of immigrant chupacabras from elsewhere in the Americas.
Wetback chupacabras.
Well, it's quite a recent. I think their first chupacabra came around in the mid-90s. It was quite a recent
America, right?
cryptid. Yeah. So, but I think it might just be a diseased dog. It doesn't sound that impressive as a cryptid. Not like a
goat
Bigfoot,
sucker.
for example.
You don't think
Goat sucker, yeah,
suckers
sucks off goat, yeah.
The Appalachian Chupacabra stands on 4 legs and is about 4 feet tall when measured.
Yeah.
From its shoulders to the ground, back holds a row of spines. It has a pig snout and huge fangs, and it has talons, and those are found on birds of prey. Reported that the deer bodies are found with fang marks. That the deer have been drained of their blood. They're believed to run in packs, and some believe Bigfoot uses them like hunting hounds.
And sucked off as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5, the Raven Mocker. The Raven Mocker is a bird-esque cryptid originating in indigenous stories. It is a shapeshifter with black feathers and white eyes. It's over 7 feet tall. Most sightings have been in Virginia. If someone sees it, it's considered a bad omen. Tragedy will soon affect the viewer's life.
Yeah, I mean,
the Raven
you've
Mocker.
shit your pants.
Yeah. Well,
your pants are ruined.
yeah. Can make itself look like a normal human, which allows it to get close to unknowing people. It does this because it sometimes eats people's hearts. Oh, only sometimes. What's remarkable about this consumption style is that it's able to feed on those hearts without causing any discernible physical trauma. What, so you just hearts disappearing in your chest, is that it?
Yeah.
It usually preys on people who are dying and is considered malevolent.
It's like, what's that kung fu fit? Is it Roadhouse where he pulls that bloke's heart out or something, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's
So it's
Fraser.
malevolent as harm without consequence. Sometimes it just consumes the essence of the dying without taking their hearts. It goes after the dying so that it can strengthen its life force and continue living.
So it's like Eugene Toombs from X-Files.
Yeah, so it's an emotional vampire. Smoke wolves. Smoke wolves are black, glowing red eyes. They'll be able to turn into smoke whenever they want. That's how they evade capture and photography. How convenient. These wolves are responsible for the death of livestock and lost people. It is a demonic howl that's more like a scream. The only way to keep it from mauling something is to rattle chains as it approaches. Okay. This is the more famous one.
That sounds like kind of like trad. Like if you've watched enough Supernaturals, there you have Fraser. Sounds like the iron thing, doesn't it? The rattle in the chains.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that. I just went for a piss when he said shapeshifters. So yeah.
The Raven Mocker. Yeah.
They were a band, weren't they? They shapeshifters. But anyway, go
Oh
carry on.
yeah, Lola's theme, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
something like that, yeah.
then we have 3, the Wampus cats. Wampus are a huge cat-like animal that often spotted in West Virginia. They're over 4 times larger than the biggest mountain lions, and it's estimated they weigh up to 600 pounds. Wampus cats are accused of deaths of animals.
Size, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tiger style.
And humans in the region where they've seen. When they're near, they can be smelled like skunk. Like a stink is described as a cross between a skunk and a wet dog. They have green eyes and large claws. They're elusive because they're so fast.
Maybe it's one of those Furby people.
Yeah, and not only that, but they can also shapeshift. They also can shapeshift into human women if desired.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
It is one of those Kirby people.
I guess you'd be really getting some pussy then, wouldn't you?
Number 2, the Snallygaster.
Boom.
The Snallygaster,
I'm
birdish
beginning to
creatures.
suspect you may be making these names up.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
That sounds like a 3-2-1 riddle you're doing now.
Yeah. the bird-like creatures with reptile body and a huge beak because its beak is so well equipped, it makes easy meals out of people and livestock. They're most common in near South Mountain in Maryland. This cryptid has a metallic appearance. It's a huge beak. It's full of teeth. It dives bomb whatever it wants to kill and carries it away like a bird of prey. It's said that it has one eye. Yeah, it's Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
It has one eye protruding from its forehead, so it's a cyclops basically. Cyclops.
Mechamothra.
Yeah.
What's the bird one? There's a bird one, isn't there?
The one-eyed trouser snake.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7 pointed stars may dispel the Snallygaster as a result. Early German set. So this is the German folklore.
Not a 6-pointed star.
No, 7. You got to have 7 because 6 is bad, 6 is naughty. As a result, early German settlers in the 1700s had a habit of painting these on their barns to protect themselves and their animals. Yeah.
Reminds me, but it sounds a bit like the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers as well. Then.
Yeah, and last but not least, the most famous of them all, the Mothman.
Ooh.
The most famous Appalachian cryptid, arguably the Mothman. He was first seen in West Virginia on November 15th, 1966, in the city of Point Pleasant. Those who see Mothman are said to be headed into some kind of catastrophe. He's believed to be a 7-foot-tall man with wings that can fly. He also has red eyes and a massive wingspan, and how he glides is reminiscent of a moth's behaviour because these features are moth-like. This has earned him his name. Like all cryptids, no sightings have been substantiated, however. Mothman Festival is a popular event attended by thousands every year in Point Pleasant.
Anyone ever see that film with Richard Gere in it? That was fucking garbage.
Well, no, the thing is, I was disappointed because I saw it. It was 2002, wasn't it? So it was. I saw it in the cinema, and I was disappointed.
Before or after he shoved the gerbil in his arse.
Controversial opinion: Richard Gere can't act. He just screws his face up.
The thing is, though,
screws his face like he screws gerbils in his arse.
Yeah.
No, but you don't actually see the Mothman in the film, which is the money shot, so you don't know. But apparently, it's supposed to be a good film. And I think if you rewatch it now, over 20 years later, it might be better, you know. More of a psychological.
It's based on the book by, is it Richard Keel?
Richard Keel, yeah. John Keel. No, John Keel.
John Keel.
Yeah,
no, Richard Keel's Jaws from James Bond, doesn't he?
Is it? And Richard Gere is the guy who put a gerbil up his arse.
Yeah.
No, it's
do you have to say allegedly because he's still alive?
Well, he might sue us, might he? He might be listening to us now.
He might want our 9p. He might want our
9
cents, all of our 9 cents on Rumble.
Yeah,
might get have a word with Jonathan Ross about that show.
Yeah.
So there are obviously other cryptids like I mentioned, like the Mimic, Bigfoot.
The thing is, though, a quick one. Excuse me, I've been drinking wine. And I shouldn't, but
oh shit.
The thing is, I'm friends on Facebook with one of the original witnesses of Mothman from the 60s, and I'm hoping we do another show on another channel where we interview a guest from the world of cryptozoology the last Wednesday of each month.
That's a serious show you do, isn't it?
Well, it's not serious. Well, it is, you know.
So many jokes.
Yeah, but we do have different guests, and we're trying to get her on.
I bet you that show would handle Fred West sensitively.
We wouldn't do it because it is. Excuse me. It is strictly cryptid. It's strictly cryptids. We wouldn't. We cross over a bit on
strictly
this.
Come cryptid.
I don't know. Fred West is a bit of a cryptid. It's a cryptid from Cornwall that nicks people's kneecaps.
Well, no. The thing is, we did when the police took him back to the house. He was getting psychic vibes from where.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. That
ties into the Fortean. You know, that's ghostly goings on, isn't it?
Yeah, because he said the spirits came up out of the ground and spoke to him, didn't he, and stuff. That was weird. That was.
Yeah, weird shit. But yeah, it's good stuff. So yeah.
So that's just some of the cryptids in the area. And we've got plenty of stories of different. We got the What was some? We've got plenty of stories then from all over. Don't know which one you'd want to pick. We've got Black-Eyed Children. We've got fucking.
What do you think?
That's
Someone
Canet
claims
Chase.
someone claims
That's
that's
Canet.
invented.
Yeah.
It was somebody came.
Yeah.
Somebody did a creepypasta type thing like years and years ago. And
What,
people
like the Russian sleep experiment?
like the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Black-Eyed Children is Canet Chase as well, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it might just be.
Oh, we got the
something-
Owl Man. We got the Owl Man as well. Yeah, don't forget the Owl
Yeah, well,
Man.
man, that's surely strictly Cornwall. But is that in this place as well?
Yeah, there's the Owl Man encounter from Kentucky.
Owlman's the evil Batman from Earth 2.
Let's see. So, what's the story? I had an experience back in 2005 that I've never forgotten. Honestly, it's probably something very few people have ever heard of. You always hear about Bigfoot, Mothman, or the standard cryptids, but let me ask you this: have you ever heard of an owl, were-owl?
Didn't you mention the Owlman when you were talking about Mothman, Ian? I'm sure we've
Yeah,
spoken about
the Owl Man is from Cornwall, the main Owl Man. So,
I like how last week our ship posting is like, no, were-hedgehogs are real.
Yeah, there probably is a were-hedgehog.
Were-owl. There's were-owls.
Were-owl.
Well,
Yeah.
but I suppose it's possible there's other
Story
Owl
of-
men around.
Let
Do
me-
you,
let me
do you remember
continue.
that? Do you remember that Hammer horror film, Ian, where the woman turns into a moth? Do you remember that one?
No, I don't. Is it what's it called?
Oh, I can't remember, but they find huge scales.
Yeah, we'll look at that.
You
one.
lot talk, I'll find it.
Oh, yeah,
So
what
anyway-
Owl
Huge
Man?
scales for weighing out bales
Yeah,
of
so-
cocaine.
So the were-owl. Right, so let me finish the story. I'm not
Beer
sure what
owl.
else to call it. What I saw. I
Beer
rarely
owl.
talk about it. Yeah, the were-owl.
The Owl.
How it sounds to what I saw. This happened when I was living up near the mountains outside
the blood beast terror, Ian. Peter
Oh, the
Cushing was
Blood
in
Beast
it.
Terror. That's really, is it that one?
Yeah.
Because I think Cushing and Lee are in that, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they are. So look.
Yeah, I thought that was what. Is that not the one
No,
set
he's
on a
not in it.
train?
No. If he is, he's way down it. Roy Hood's in it, Ian.
We had an emu
Yeah.
before he fell off
Roy
the.
Hood, not Roy Hull.
Oh right. Oh,
Oh, that
Blood
geezer
Beast
that gets
Terror.
choked to death by Darth Vader, he's in it as well.
what, Michael Hutchins.
No, he got choked to death by Darth Vader, not by himself while he was tugging off.
Himself. The thing is, I shouldn't have drunk. I got to see the doctor in the morning. I shouldn't have done that. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Hey, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
But
There
we're
you
all
go,
in it together.
the Blood Beast Terror, Ian. That's where
Blood
Woody
Beast
came
Terror.
to
Let's have a
life.
look at that. I'm pretty. Yeah, I thought that was Cushing and Lee. Down on
Just
yeah,
Cushing
let's have a
Lee
look.
wasn't in it. Are you thinking of
Cushing
Gorgon?
was
Aren't they both in the Gorgon?
The Gorgon is isn't that the Gorgon?
The Gorgon
the
is related.
That's not the
to
woman with
Medusa.
snakes in her hair.
Related to Medusa, yeah.
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 Organs.
That's,
Yeah.
and they couldn't quite get the effects right, and the snake hair looks a bit stupid.
Yeah.
Have a look at some clips from that.
The best snake hair is Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Blood Beast Terror now.
Yeah. Anyway, carry
Blood
on.
Beast Terror,
Carry on, Fraser.
1968 film. There's someone.
So
I'm
she's a
allowed
weird
carry
moth.
on, sir.
So she's a weird moth in that.
So yeah, the story continues from last recess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to call what I saw. I rarely talk about it because I know exactly how it sounds, but I know what I saw. This happens when I was living near the mountains outside Everett, Kentucky. I used to do maintenance work on some cabins further up the ridge roads. A lot of these places sit completely isolated. Once summer ends, no neighbours, no traffic, nothing but deep woods. One November evening, I was driving back down the ridge after checking my property. The owners had called because they thought somebody had been messing around up there. They'd been finding doors left open and trash knocked over. It was already pitch black by the time I headed out. On my way down, I stopped at a
Well, you
pull-off
break the
because...
first rule. Obviously, he's not from Appalachia.
Yeah, don't go out after dark.
Yeah.
Naughty, naughty.
Yeah.
I thought I heard an owl. That's normal out there, especially, barn owls. But this sound was strange. It wasn't loud exactly. It sounded more like a person trying to sound like an owl. I sat there listening.
What was
A
he
minute
doing?
later,
What was he doing? Going twit twoo, twit twoo.
Someone
yeah, it's going,
dicking
"Cool."
about. Yeah.
Yeah, some guy behind a tree going, "Cool, cool."
Some
Yeah.
some
Here we go.
idiot.
He's about to break another rule. Mimicry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mimicry.
A quick-
Don't
a-
respond to it.
Yeah, just go.
a quick thing though, if I could interject, a quick thing on Blood Beast Terror.
Yeah.
Dave, who ran the Winchester Club in Minder,
Yeah.
actors in it.
Oh, is it?
So he's in it. He was in Zulu as well. So that guy, the actor who played Dave of the Winchester
So
Club
this
in Minder.
bloke's breaking Appalachian rules all over the fucking shop, and he
Oh, yeah.
survives. I don't know,
right?
Fraser.
Lucky, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1 November evening, I was driving up down the road. Okay, so I was already pitch black. Right, okay. On the way down, I stopped at a pull off because I thought I heard an owl. That sounds normal. Okay, so yeah, that's what it says. I sat there listening. A minute later, I heard it again further down the hill. Exact same call.
There you go.
No
He's
variation
listening
at
to
all.
it. He's listening to it. It's another rule
Yeah.
broken.
It sounded completely rehearsed. That's what got my attention. Thinking maybe someone was hunting illegally.
I
or
just imagine someone
messing
absolutely
around.
no effort whatsoever.
Stepped out.
It's a torch to you and I.
Yeah.
Oh, and Roy
Torch,
Hudd is
yeah.
in it. Roy Hudd is in it.
Stepped out of the truck. I walked maybe 20 yards off the road.
That's a lorry to you
That's
and
when
I.
I noticed how dead quiet everything had gone. No bugs, no wind, absolute silence. Then my flashlight beam hit something up in the trees. At first I thought it was a massive owl sitting on a branch, but the proportions were all wrong. It was too tall, perched upright, almost like a person crouching. Distinctly, I remember seeing long legs hanging far below the branch. Then it moved. It didn't fly. It stood up.
How is this bloke still alive? He's broken about 3
Yeah.
fucking Appalachian rules.
I know, and he's literally standing in front of a fucking massive owl man. Maybe the owl man was vegetarian.
Yeah.
That's part. So I can't explain properly. Whatever it was unfolded upward until it looked almost human-sized. I guess at least 6 feet tall. But the face is what bothered me most. It had feathers, but underneath them the structure looked weirdly human. It had a flat face around the beak area and forward-facing eyes. Its head turned, tracking me with a look that felt far too intelligent. I froze, my brain completely unable to process what I was looking at. Then it blinked sideways, like an owl. It began
Owls don't blink sideways.
Well, this one does.
Yeah.
Oh, they do. They can do it. They can do a. They can do a complete turn, can't they? Of their
Yeah,
of
but
their
blinking. Do they blink? Wait, do owls
Sorry,
blink
don't know.
They do
sideways?
blink. They blink.
imagine they do.
blink, but they don't
Snopes,
blink
we need
sideways.
Snopes to fact check this. Do they blink sideways? They probably do if he's.
Was it a snowy owl?
So I began backing toward my truck, never breaking eye contact the whole time. It just watched me, completely silent. When I finally reached the road, it suddenly dropped from the branch. It was totally, utterly silent. Something that large should have made a massive crash.
Again, here we go.
Floor.
The silence. Another
Yeah.
one broke.
But there was nothing. It vanished into the dark below the trees.
Oh yes,
I got
owls
into-
blink sideways using a specialised third eyelid called the nictitating membrane. So there you
Yeah,
go.
okay, so yeah, alright, they do blink sideways. It was totally, utterly silent, something that largely should have made a massive crash. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. I got into the truck and tore down the mountain, but about halfway down, I stopped again. I could have sworn I heard a voice faintly calling my name from the pitch black of the woods.
Fucking no, is this bloke going for a full house, is
Oh,
it?
he is, yeah. He's like fucking jackpot, isn't he? Like,
Yeah.
just a soft hey, and then my name. I knew nobody was out there. I slammed on the gas and didn't stop until I got home. When I got back, I intended to. I decided to tell my uncle. He lived in those mountains his entire life and is no nonsense guy who doesn't believe in cryptids. So I fully explained to him to laugh and tell me my eyes were playing tricks on me. Instead, he listened to the whole story without breaking a smile. When I finished, he sat there for a second, a heavy silence hanging between us. Did it have long legs? He asked. I replied, yeah. Did
Never
its face
seen
look
it.
like a person's under the feathers?
Did it have
stomach
long legs?
completely
Nah,
dropped.
never seen it.
Yeah. I
It's like,
didn't even.
was it like nice legs, shame about the face?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hadn't even detailed the facial structure to him yet. He nodded and leaned back in his chair real slow, clearly debating how much he wanted to share. My daddy used to talk about something like that, he said quietly. He told me that my grandfather and a few other men had seen one back in the late 1950s while raccoon hunting near the state line toward the Great Smoky Mountains. They had spotted a tall, upright figure in the woods and initially thought it was a man. But then the hunting dog started whining, terrified, refusing to go any further. My grandfather had described the entity as looking like an owl, stretched into the shape of a man. They watched it for about 15 seconds before it simply stepped sideways behind a massive tree and disappeared. What always haunted them was the lack of sound. It moved like a ghost. My uncle told me that the old-timers used to call them night watchers. They said they stayed deep in the hollowers, usually only showed themselves if someone was entirely alone or in imminent danger. He looked at me dead in the eye and gave me a warning. I still remember word for word. If you ever hear something in the woods trying to sound human, don't, and it don't sound right, you leave. Well, there we go. He told me to stay off the ridge after dark, and that was the end of the conversation. A few weeks later, the property owner called me again, complaining that something heavy had been getting onto his porch roof at night, heavy enough to shake the rafters. I quit taking jobs up there after sunset. My uncle refused to talk about it ever again, and honestly, that bothers me more than the encounter itself. I still feel like I'm missing a massive piece of the puzzle. What are these owl people? Where do they come from? And most importantly, what are they watching for in those deep mountain hollows? Yeah, so interesting.
I found
Peculiar.
another one here. So there's the. Did you mention the spear finger?
The spear finger? No, I don't think so.
One of the scarier legends.
Look, there's so many fucking different cryptid things in that region. It's unbelievable. Like there's loads. Like
one of the scarier legends is the Cherokee story of Utlunta, or Spearfinger, a female creature with one long sharp finger on her right hand and stone-like skin. She was said to have sounded like thunder as she stalked to the Chiloe Mountain. Spearfinger was a shapeshifter who could pose as family members of her child victims before cutting them open and eating their livers. The gruesome tale was probably told to Cherokee children in order to scare them into behaving, but we still recommend going looking for her in the mountains.
Prepare. So
They're
there's
very odd.
Yeah.
Other one. What else have we got here?
It's a bit
Appalachian
like-
DoorDash horror. The Todd NC delivery. Should we go Appalachian DoorDash? Let's have a read of it. I've been
It's
at
paid for. Leave it at the door. I'm not gay. I'm straight.
I've been at the App State in North Carolina since fall of 2023. I transferred from my local community college in order to save some money. I really did not have much time for my job first semester. My friends recommended to try out DoorDash as a way to make a quick and easy money. Not much, but a quick paycheck. I loved the sound of that. For the last couple of months of the semester, I DoorDashed, made good money too, especially for a college kid. As the winter set in, the pay I got even better. I soon found out why. I'm from the eastern parts of North Carolina near the coast. I never really been used to the snow before. Coming up to App State was already a huge culture shock. Not only do I have to get used to that, but also the extreme winter weather. In my hometown, whenever I get rumours of a half-inch of snow, people will go crazy. Up at App, we get news of 7 inches and no one bats an eye. One night in January, we had a huge snowstorm coming in. Unfortunately, I was door dashing. I was in a serious need for money, and this semester, having spent a lot of my money from my last paycheck on gas to get back to App from the winter break, not thinking I took this DoorDash, which was all the way out in Todd. Todd, for those who don't know, is the north side of Boone, a very beautiful countryside, but horrible roads.
It's in the north side of Boone. I know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
still
okay.
no
Yeah.
fucking idea.
You get deeper back roads. By this point, it had already started snowing. I was halfway to the location in delivery when the snow got worse. I told myself I already had packed up the food and was almost there. I might as well go deliver. This is where things got weird. The road to the place up a steep slope. Unfortunately, the snow hadn't completely covered the road leading up, so I decided to go for it. I made it up quickly. No problem. I realised I'd lost cell service. I followed my GPS to the place.
Phone service
Searching-
to you and I.
Yeah.
It's a normal thing.
Searching for it 10 minutes when I finally found it. By then it was snowing really hard and the roads were covered. I was in a rough neighbourhood generally. I have no problem with them. But when it's late at night, yeah, and it's just me.
What do you
I
mean
used
there's
to
not
keep
good
to my-
schools in this neighbourhood?
Yeah. I
It's
used to keep my guard
socioeconomic
up.
reasons.
Yeah.
The guy I was supposed to deliver to stood out in the yard, standing under the amber streetlight. I stayed in my truck, handing him the food through the window. We locked eyes. Something was off about this guy, and I wasn't gonna be the one to find out what. He politely said thanks, and with that, I drove off. I refused to turn around in his driveway, so I kept on the road. Little did I know, this is where the trouble would get worse. As I drove, the road went downhill.
Just because
I
the bloke
figured,
gave him the stink eye is just like.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to run my car into a snowdrift. He
Yeah.
maybe give me the stink eye, but I'd rather die of fucking hypothermia.
yeah. I figured it would take me back to town, but the road turned to a gravel road with ice and snow covering the majority of it. I hit the brakes and tried to reverse, to no avail. I said,
Hit brakes, you should press on the brakes gently.
Yes.
Yeah,
He
I
was
slid.
lucky he didn't skid.
Yeah, he did slid. He slid. I unfortunately
You slipped and slide.
I was able to stop. I made a 6-point turn
Oh, no,
on
wait,
that
ask
narrow
us.
road. For reference, I
Turn
drive
in the
a F2
road.
F2500 pickup. I don't know what that is. So
Forky
Yeah,
the
as I
road's
made
not
the
very good, he
turn.
might puncture his tyre.
something popped up in my peripherals. I felt a sense of unease. I looked out my window into the snowy woods. Nothing. As I began to drive, I could hear a loud yell coming from outside. The sound was horrifying. I could hear it over the wind and the snow. It looked out.
It was that
I
bloke
looked out my
following him.
window.
He's going, "Hey buddy, here's your tip, buddy. Hey
Yeah.
buddy, here's your tip.
Hey, buddy.
Hey buddy."
Once more to see a head peeping from behind a tree. I could barely make it out, but it was a man I delivered the food to.
Hey, see him trying to give me his tip. Hey buddy,
Yeah.
you've got your tip,
Yeah.
buddy.
He started running towards me. I panicked and slammed my foot on the accelerator with four-wheel drive on. The man was malformed. His body looked nothing like what he did when I gave him the food. His body looked like a distorted creature from the movie
So
The Thing.
the delivery address was lamppost.
Yeah. I was fortunate to make it out. I got back from to my dorm stairs. I might have pooed my pants after this. I was thankful to be in my college dorm bed. But for what it was worth, it was better than being stuck in the ice on an unknown road the entire night with whatever that thing was. So, yeah, I guess he got the wrong order. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just going,
fucking-
hey buddy, you got a bulb out.
You got my prize. I didn't order this.
How about this one then? I got, there once was a married couple who lived in a cabin in Cades Cove, now part of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I'll
Yeah.
put the spooky
Oh,
voice.
oh.
Mavis, the wife, enjoyed quilting and made many bedspreads for her husband, Basil. Born during a rumbling thunderstorm, Mavis believed fate would steal her life with a bolt of lightning, so refused to slumber on a metal bed frame. One dire day, she was struck by a deadly illness instead. As a final request, she asked her husband to keep her handmade quilts, and above all, never place them on a metal bed. Just months after making this promise, Basil remarried a woman of a much younger age. Dirty old bugger. With the past pushed quickly aside, he bought a metal bed frame to share with his new friend. Many a squeak on that bed frame, I should imagine. Not long after, Basil's young wife asked to use one of Mavis' handmade quilts on a chilly evening. Without a second thought, he arranged one on the bed. That very brisk night, the wife was suddenly flung to the floor with a thunderous bang and a monstrous flash of light. As her conscientiousness, I believe that should be consciousness. Well, as her conscientiousness returned and the smoke level fled the home, she looked
Oh,
up
my
in-
conscientiousness has returned. I object to using this quilt from your dead wife.
She looked up in horror at a scorched. She looked up in horror at a scorched corpse, along with a disintegrating metal bed and an untarnished quilt. Did you like that one?
Yeah, that was short and sweet.
In a doodly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In doodly deedly.
So yeah, there was that was a quick synopsis of the Appalachian folklore and
Yeah.
some of
West Virginia, or
I
Tijuana,
put the word.
waters closed, send them
So
home.
you can help you.
I mean, the topic could be covered for like fucking the next 500 episodes, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Jim,
Jim, we did. Was it Grand Canyon? I think I barely even scratched the surface on the Grand
Yeah.
Canyon.
What is it with the hieroglyphs in the Grand Canyon? What's that all about?
I don't
nothing
know.
to see
I've
it.
just
What are you
been
talking
like
about?
the last couple of weeks. I've just been like binge watching people running into the woods, like and breaking all these
The
rules.
Smithsonian have checked
and
it
then
out,
shitting
Hobbit,
themselves.
and you're just making it up.
It's
Yeah.
also it's a bit like when we covered eczema as well, isn't it? We barely scratched the
X-mouth.
surface.
Oh, I was going to say, we've never done eczema on this show.
Yeah, we barely scratched the surface.
What about a deep dive into vaginal thrush?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't
we,
really wanna
we
do
barely
that.
scratched the surface.
Dandruff?
Have you ever heard of Lydia, the ghost of Greenbrier?
No.
The tattooed lady.
The Greenbrier Lodge, which became the Greenbrier Restaurant, was a hotel that catered to wealthy vacationers. According to local legend, in the 1930s, a young woman named Lydia was engaged to a man from town. On the day of her wedding, she was left at the altar, so she threw a roof over the rafters and hung herself in her wedding dress. Happy ending to that. In the days following her death, her former fiancé was found dead in the Smokies from a cougar attack. Since cougars had been long gone from the Smokies, locals believed it was Lydia's spirit had returned to take revenge. Years later, staff at the Greenbrier reported seeing Lydia's ghost wandering the halls.
Ooh,
Mental.
Yeah,
Lydia.
fucking nuts, mate.
But isn't a cougar an older woman
Yeah.
who likes younger men? Is that right?
Yeah.
That could be the context that it was being referred to in that case.
10 haunted places. Let's see if these are any. Oh, this is where you can hire cabins. Do you want to hire some cabins in the Smoky Mountains?
Mm.
Yeah. Cool.
Depends how much, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, should we go to
I think-
Appalachia, guys, and like break all the rules to see
Yeah.
if it's real?
Well,
Hey,
I wouldn't mind really.
14 trip. Yeah.
A debt is
We
cheap, though.
we could take a Ouija board just for effect, because we don't, 'cause that's always.
Does he
Oh,
like-
I found some more. I
Does he
found
like-
some more on Spearfinger. So, according to the ghost tale, the Cherokee Council came up with a plan to try and get rid of Spearfinger. The villagers came together to dig a pit camouflaged by branches. They then built several fires to lure her in with the smoke. What? Does she like smoke? Their plan worked, and Spearfinger fell into the trap, but they still had to figure out how to kill her. They fired arrows at the monster, but their weapons were useless as they splintered against the stone skin upon contact. The tribe members then saw a chickadee land on her right hand, signalling to them they were firing in the wrong area. They believed they were aiming for her heart by shooting at her chest, but they were unaware of Spearfinger's biggest secret. Her heart was hidden in the palm of her right hand, not in her chest. The hunters...
Sounds like a Bond villain.
Yeah.
Your finger.
The weak point is the hand. Who would know that?
Yeah. The hunters took the chickadee's appearance as a sign and aimed for her right hand. One managed to strike her wrist, which successfully separated her heart from her body. This brought her to her knees until she began to twitch and finally collapsed into a heap of stones. The popular Norton Creek hiking trail in the Smoky Mountains is believed where Spearfinger would roam, searching for her next victim. It's been said that if you walk along this trail, you'll see flashing orbs of light. Occasionally you hear faint whispers in the distance and have a feeling of unease until you exit the trail.
Mm-hmm.
How odd. And this is in those mountains again, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, there's loads.
So-
There's absolutely, literally, you could do 100 shows and still not do all the stories.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. What is it? Is it August or is it It's almost August.
Yeah.
That means it's almost October. So, you know what that means, doesn't it? The Halloween special. Our annual. Yeah, so let's do it properly this time, yeah?
Yeah, let's go to Appalachia for the Halloween special.
Well,
do it
no,
live.
let's just
Do
tell.
it live from Appalachia.
Well, let's just tell spooky stories. Yeah.
Oh, NASA erased UFOs from photograph, like whistleblower claimed. Thought we're doing.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah.
Sure.
There we go. I can't be bothered to read it, but you know, NASA doing NASA doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like bullshit anyway.
Yeah.
Where's
Never
that
a straight
story?
answer.
The shark scientist people are back. They've done. The brain can still process language even when fully unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in dreams you can still like hear and speak to people.
When you poop in your dreams, you poop for real.
Yeah.
That's true.
Family Guy taught me that.
Well, you piss for real anyway. You dream you're having a piss, you're in big trouble.
Gigantic real-life Jaws shark has surfaced again in the North Atlantic.
Oh.
The largest ever great white shark ever discovered in the Atlantic has been spotted again after not being seen for several months. Dubbed the ultimate ocean warrior.
Aren't sharks immortal? Aren't they actually immortal?
I don't know.
Oh,
Jellyfish are.
Not when they stop swimming, they're not.
The species of jellyfish.
They can live for like 400 years or some shit, can't they?
This enormous great white shark, named Contender, is the largest of its kind ever found in the Atlantic and a veritable monster of the shark world. Discovered in 2025, Contender weighs 653 pounds, 750 kilograms, or almost one hobbit, and it's almost 14 feet long.
There are species of jellyfish. Like jellyfish go into this Medusa stage where they're like a stationary thing, like a barnacle, and they spawn jellyfish. And some of these jellyfish, they can revert back to the Medusa stage, and then they go back to jellyfish. And they reckon that some of these creatures could be millions of years old. The same creature.
Oh.
What happens if you get bitten by a jellyfish, though, Hobbit? What do you need to do?
Well, I think the Red Cross carries kits with dilute white vinegar.
Well,
and
what if they're not there, though? Let's say a jellyfish bites you on the face.
Do you know what? I'm going to BBC verify this right now.
Yeah.
Does piss work on jellyfish?
This article would lead me into something funny the missus said the other day. Major finders, new species of monkey discovered in Dr. Congo. We're watching the football, and she said, "Who's Dr. Congo?"
Hemi and Ian, actually, peeing on jellyfish sting does not work and is medically discouraged. The Department suggests that ammonia in urine neutralises sting. But urine is too diluted to be effective and often resembles fresh water, which can agitate the stinging cells, the nematocytes.
If you're really dehydrated, would it be alright if you're really dehydrated?
And cause them to release more venom, thereby increasing pain. Instead of urine, experts recommend the following evidence-based first aid: rinse with vinegar, remove tentacles, soak in hot water, use salt water. If vinegar is unavailable, rinse with seawater. Never use fresh water.
But I haven't got tentacles.
Never use fresh water as it triggers further venom release.
Well, I wouldn't have thought urine is fresh water, though. I thought urine and vinegar. They're similar.
The thing is, because it's like less salty than the seawater, that causes the venom sacs or whatever it is in the nematocytes to release more. In other words, yeah. Well, obviously, you should eliminate the stingers.
Isn't that kind of like retarded though? Like you've got a defense mechanism or a predatory mechanism that like is nullified by the literal thing you're in.
The reason being the way the jellyfish works is that if it just shot out,
they're not designed to sting us though, are they, Fraser?
If it just shot out venom into the seawater, it wouldn't be that good, is it? So when it wraps around a creature, the creature's body is less salty than the surrounding seawater, and that's what triggers the mechanical response, which releases venom.
Right.
Yeah.
There was an episode of Jackass where Steve-O put a jellyfish on his head.
That sort of thing that you do.
Yeah, and then he had a bottle of urine, and then after he got stung, he poured that over his head. So that's what he did.
You're burying the lead. You didn't tell us what the
thing,
better of.
And the rest
if you haven't got access to white vinegar, Then
Yeah.
remove tentacles using tweezers or a credit card to gently lift off any remaining tentacles without touching them with bare hands.
Yeah. God, you not
Or I
kill them to
suppose
death.
maybe
They-
like a seashell or a flat stone or something.
So anyway, did you not want to hear my really funny joke? What the missus said the other day. We were watching the football and Democratic.
Oh, you kick her in the cunt.
And the Democratic Republic
Oh.
of Congo were playing, and she said, "Who's Dr. Congo?"
Yes. Dr. Congo is the doctor of democracy.
Yeah. So anyway, so they've found the primate. So this primate is only the 5th new species of monkey discovered in Africa. None of your comments have it within the last 75 years.
I don't know what that implication could be.
Found in Lomami National
no
Park
brown face.
in Dr. Congo, I shall henceforth call it.
Dr.
When will
Conga.
we be importing them to Europe?
The new species was originally spotted by conservationists back in 2008, but at the time, all they could get was a blurry photograph. Oh, right, so it's not real then if you can only get a blurry photograph.
So what makes these things different from other monkeys then? Like,
I don't know. It wasn't
They're
until more than a decade later that concerted efforts were made to track down the animal. The new monkey is unusual as it has striking pinkish-orange lips, and has somehow managed to remain undetected despite the amount of conservation work and study occurring in the region. So there's a lot of conservationists in Dr. Congo.
do you find? Yeah, it's really weird. We keep finding all these new, and this I've thought about this for a long time. Like, we keep finding these new species, but we never.
Well,
never
do you remember? It's like
We've seen a spawn out of nowhere, like the spawn fucking thing in Minecraft, isn't it? It's like
and also do you remember the guy? Do you remember the guy that found the biggest, the best specimen ever at Rutland in Rutland Water?
yeah.
Like they used to find bits of dinosaur, and now they just like dredge up whole ones, don't they?
Yeah. Well, this is it. We keep finding new species of fucking
I
monkey.
may have an explanation for that because now, if you've ever seen Time Team, do you remember the Geophys, the
Yeah.
ground penetrating radar?
Yeah.
Geophys may say that's where the dinosaur bones are.
Yeah. I remember the
With
Geophys.
Baldrick.
Baldrick. Yeah.
Yes.
He had a
He loves
cunning
being
plan.
called Baldrick.
Yeah, if you ever see Tony Robinson, call him Baldrick because he loves that. That's his favourite.
And then kick him in the front pocket.
Well, it's strange
Don't make
you
him
should say
moan.
that. I was in central London one time. I was looking in a comic shop,
Yeah.
and I heard this voice behind me, and I thought that sounds like Baldrick. That does. I turned around, and it was Robinson was there on his mobile phone.
Oh, did you say Baldrick?
No, I didn't, and I didn't say cunning plan. I just thought,
Oh,
well,
You
I
should
thought, well,
have said
that's
to him,
cool.
I
Yeah.
don't believe it. He'd have been so bamboozled by that. It's like, that's not even my
No, that's not-
catchphrase.
I have a cunning plan.
In more scientists get all their ideas from James Bond villains. It will soon be possible to create day from night using a satellite in orbit, but not everyone is enthusiastic about the idea. We've written before about Reflect Orbital, a company that plans to place satellites in orbit equipped with giant mirrors so that light from the sun can be directed onto parts of the Earth's surface at night. That's great, isn't it? There you are, trying to get to sleep and this cunt's put the fucking daylight back on.
I like the opposite of that Simpsons thing where Mr. Burns puts like the giant solar shade
Yeah.
to keep Springfield in perpetual darkness.
Yeah. So, if the test proves successful, so I've skipped a bit, the idea certainly has merit. These orbital mirrors could power solar panels 24/7 as well as provide light after dark in any situation that demands it. Probably military operations for Israel, I should imagine.
Yeah.
Last one now. Soviet satellite is to crash down to Earth and nobody knows exactly where. It hasn't crashed yet. Okay,
Yeah.
so defunct Soviet satellite Cosmos 482 had originally been designed to fly to Venus. It missed a bit. Unfortunately, however, it failed to escape low Earth orbit and stuck here ever since. Now, 53 years later, it's expected to come crashing down to terra firma, but there's some concern over the fact that nobody's quite sure where it's going to land. And they're also
Somewhere on
unclear whether
Earth.
it'll break apart or
Yeah.
crash to Earth in one place.
It's weird how we never see any of these satellites in space, isn't it? When you look at the ISS.
I did see the ISS. I keep meaning to follow it. There's a thing where you can track it.
Oh, tracking thing.
Is there like a
And-
VR thing where you can hold your phone up to the thing and it tells you?
Yeah, well, augmented reality, as they
Yeah,
call
it's
it, and they
like
show you when it's about to appear over the horizon, and you can see it. It's a fairly bright spot at night, and it very quickly goes across the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
But
from
how
one
does it
horizon
do
to the
that,
other.
Hobbit? Because it's not actually got any rockets on it.
Well, it's orbiting.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Orbital mechanics.
that's us done for another week. By the way, so you can go to Appalachia, you can break all the rules or not. It doesn't seem to really matter because that
But I suggest you
that
don't.
bloke broke
Yeah.
every single last rule and he
Well, he
still
nearly got.
survived.
It was nearly bird food, but yeah. Like,
Yeah, you got
Okay.
shot.
No,
off.
not the bird food one. The creepy man. Oh, the creepy man one was the same as well, wasn't it?
yeah. Well, he delivered food to the creepy man, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he should have just like turned around and stopped being a gimp. But the bloke still didn't get him anyway. What kind of supernatural predator's that?
Yeah.
A rubbish one. That's what.
I know. Need to up their game, don't they?
Mm.
He's fucking.
Right, Ian's off to watch the Blood Beast Terror, aren't you, Ian?
Yeah.
To see your favourite.
Well, I just had a look
to
at
see
it.
your
I've had a
favourite
look at
barman
it.
from
I
Minder.
think Ian's fallen asleep. To be honest, he's fucking. He's
had the wine. He's fucking passing
Yeah.
out. He's done.
I've done a bottle.
He's had a box. He's had a box of wine.
He's box wine. Yeah.
Yeah. So right, good night everybody. Stay
Good night.
spooky and don't forget the rules.
Don't forget the rules.
Don't feed Appalachians after midnight. Don't get them wet,
Yeah.
and don't put them out in the sunlight.
Yeah. And if you watch the Blair Witch Project, you should be okay.
Yeah. Good night all.
Yeah. Good night.